Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. Welcome aboard. It's good to see you guys. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, different plane tonight. So we flew the 732 last week, and I generally have a rule that I don't want to fly the same plane 2 weeks in a row, just to kind of bring some variety to the channel. So we flew the 732 last week. If you guys didn't know, the 732 update version 3 is out. You can go check that out over at the org. I believe it's $35 for an upgrade and $70 for a full version. There's also lots of people tonight that are streaming that. Aerosim Gaming is live with that. Valdude is live with that. And I'm sure dozens of other people will be flying that thing this weekend. Even though we're not. So if you guys want to go see that, there's definitely some guys that are out there doing it. I streamed it last week. I really like it. I think it's a good plane. We'll probably do it again here in another week or two. Just to put some air under the wings. But congratulations to Jack and the team for getting that thing out. Tonight, though, we're going to be flying the Eclipse. So a couple nights ago, there was a fly-in that was organized on the network, and that fly-in had us heading out to, what did we do? We did Tucson over to El Paso, and I decided that it was all jet traffic, so it was all a bunch of jets and whatnot. It was actually I think a bunch of people were flying the FlyJ, so a bunch of jet traffic that was heading out there, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be an asshole. So I jumped in the Eclipse jet here, and I got myself second in line for departure. And so then I had suddenly, like, I think there were like 10 or 15 people that were flying. So I basically had like almost a dozen people that were behind me. And the controller was having to give me delay vectors and climb vectors and this and that. And it was awesome. It was really cool. And then we got down to El Paso and the winds were like 40 gusting 55. And I was not stable on my approach. Like I was stable. And then I had a gust of wind, and all of a sudden, it just blew me like off the center line. So I had to go around. And it reminded me, flying this plane, it reminded me how much I love this plane. And so then I was like, all right, I think we'll fly it this week on the stream because I really, 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 really enjoy this thing. So here we are, Aerobask Eclipse 550. The flight plan tonight is going to take us through some interesting stuff tonight. So we're taking off out of Henderson, just south of Las Vegas here, and we're going to be flying our way up to Telluride. Now, Telluride is currently, of course, it's currently VFR. Why wouldn't it be? I'm actually kind of angry right now. I chose Telluride because the weather was crap, and the TAF was reporting that the weather would stay crap. And like, no kidding, basically the second that we went live, they update the TAF, and now the TAF says you're going to have no problems getting into Telluride. I haven't gotten to the subs yet. We'll get there in a moment. Yeah, no, I'll do the subs here in just a second and all that stuff. I just haven't gotten there. So Telluride just went VFR, and it's going to be VFR all night. Aspen looks like it's going to be fine. So we're flying to Telluride. My whole point was to fly to Telluride to potentially encounter some weather, because it looked like the TAF all day was saying that tonight that Telluride was going to be like 200 or 300 feet above minimums. So that heading in there, we'd be flying on the VOR approach, and we'd be breaking out and be like, all right, man, like we might have to go around here in a second. But then we'd, hopefully make it in last second. And now it's VFR all night long. So we're still going to go to Telluride. We're still going to see Telluride because it's a beautiful airport. But we're heading to Telluride. From Telluride, we're going to head down to Flagstaff, also a really neat airport to fly into. Flagstaff has got this humongous random-ass mountain that's like right next to the airport, so it's cool. And if we got time, then we'll fly Flagstaff and head back to Henderson. And we might do this like VFR. I don't know. We'll see. So that's the plan tonight. I got some subs and whatnot to thank. Heading down the list here. We start off with Svero1848. Svero, thank you very much for your continued support. He's here for 3 months. Cheers, my friend. I really appreciate it. Blind Fox 455 has been here for 5 months. He says, happy 5 months to you. Cheers for another 5. Cheers, my friend. Thank you very much for your support. Space Dandy, I should say, 22.99 here for 2 months. Space Dandy, thank you very much for your continued support. Cheers to you. Blind Fox, also thank you for the bits, for the best of planes, he says. Blind Fox, thanks again, buddy. Oxbox here for 10 months. Snow, blowing snow, mist, oh my. Yeah, dude, it's I don't know if you're talking about here, like Boston, or like that's what Telluride was earlier. But cheers again, my dude. 10 months flies by. Oxbox, thank you very much for 10 months of support, dude. Cheers to you. WBS52 is here for let's try this again. WBS52 is here for 12 months. Bill, thank you very much for your continued support. 1 year and counting. Thank you for all that you do to help the X-Plane community. I really do appreciate it, Bill. Cheers to you. JW, welcome to the Beer of the Month Club. He's here for the first month. Thank you very much for your support. Cheers to you. Chris Jones, IBM, here for 3 months. He says, happy Friday. Chris Jones, IBM, thank you very much for your support. Cheers to you. And the Daedalus, hello from Boston. He's from Australia, so I'm saying hello from Boston. He's going to say, g'day, Cat. Hope all is well and the internet holds up. Yeah, me too, man. Daedalus, thank you very much for your support. 8 months, man. I really do appreciate it. Cheers to you and cheers to all of you guys, and thank you so much. Plain Ben, good to see you, Ben. Sabid, welcome aboard. The Daedalus, welcome aboard too. The Moist Loaf, good to see you. Beg the Egg, welcome aboard. Matt Slitternator, good afternoon. Good evening, I should say. Happy Friday. Lost Kiwi 337 in the house. Good to see you, man. Put the radar overlay on. It might still be complete rubbish. Oh, yeah. I don't know, dude. The METAR has been improving all night and not deteriorating. So it's kind of going in the wrong direction. And that's the radar, so it's done snowing in Telluride. That would be the kind of luck that we have tonight. And like basically the entire West Coast, like the entire West Coast is actually in pretty good shape. A little bit of weather up in Seattle. Like we could have done some of the non-towered stuff here along the Pacific Coast, but I'm tired of flying the Pacific Coast. I'm going to fly in the Rockies today, so we're still going to go to Telluride. That's the plan. We'll see what happens. If you guys want to join us, we'll be flying on the PilotEdge network. You guys know how it goes at this point. I like planes and trains says, I'm the best simmer. All right, man. I really do appreciate that. I try to be the best simmer. I'm the best at something, man. I don't know if it's simming or not, but Demo Light STM, thanks for the bits, buddy. Tim PE, happy Friday, Tim. Hope you're doing well. Cheers to you. Appreciate it. Once again, guys, if you're showing up and you want to see the FlyJ737, there's plenty of other guys that are streaming it. I streamed it last week. I don't like to do the same plane twice in a row or 2 weeks in a row, so you get a chance to see it on some other channels. Telluride it is. Casual Gamer 907, welcome aboard. Anyway, Casual Gamer 907, welcome aboard. Good to see you. Happy Friday. Don X, welcome aboard and happy Friday. So anyway, this is the Eclipse 550NG by Aerobask. I love this plane. I really do. Like, this thing came out. I was so freaking excited because it is such a fun little plane to fly. This may only be eclipsed by what Aerobask is releasing next, which I'm super excited about that as well. So there's not a lot really to get this thing up and running and going, which is kind of nice. So I think we're going to have a fairly short stay here on the ground, and make our way out of here. So I don't really have much to say that hasn't already been said. What we'll do is we'll connect the GPU up, and we'll start getting this thing all loaded up. So let's go. Oh man, GPU, open the doors. Doors open, doors animate and all that. Doot, 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 doot. Feed me. Give me beer. Well, I've already done that, actually. That's not funny anymore. I'm going to take a couple of people out of here. We're just going to have myself and the co-pilot today. And then we'll go ahead and fill her up with some gas. The fuel burn on this plane is kind of bonkers. I don't know if it's like true to life or not, but it burns gas real fast. So we're hoping to I'm hoping to minimize the fuel burn. My plan is to go all the way up to 40. I think 49, or did I file 39,000? I don't remember what I filed. I didn't actually file anything yet. So I'm going to file 41,000 feet. We're going to see if we can actually make it that high. We should be able to. We'll see. If we don't, we don't. So anyway, pop inside this thing. We'll get the electrics turned on. So Gen Auto, Sysbat Auto, Bust High, Start Bat, Gen Auto. I don't know if that's the right order to do things, but that's how we're going to do it. All these buttons can stay off for now. Get that on there, hit continue. Get that on there, hit continue. We are good to go. All right. So let's see. We're going to call ground control here. Henderson ground is 27.8. So 12780. Hey, I have a question for you guys. Those that like look at the FAA charts, have you noticed that the text, like, I don't know if this is this most recent cycle or if it happened a while ago, but the text seems a lot less fuzzy. Like, it seems like it's really a lot easier to read the text. And I'm not sure if that's like a chart thing, if that's a ForeFlight thing, or if I'm just losing my goddamn mind. I really have no idea, but that was something I noticed the other day and it kind of caught me off guard. Devious2, good to see you. Collinster, good to see you. You should do X-Plane VR. I don't have a VR headset, man. Games 2015, 2016, welcome aboard. Good to see you. Dylan R, welcome aboard. Austin Jones, welcome aboard. Hey, where's my alert? Streamlabs. Try it again. There we go. Frame Tuna here for 12 months. Frame Tuna, thank you very much for your continued support. It says 1 year, almost done with my IFR training. Dude, that's awesome. Frame Tuna, thank you very much, man. I really appreciate it. Cheers. Big Red says he's noticed it as well. Yeah, I don't know. It kind of caught me off guard. Because it's like that stuff that like, the plates are looking really pretty slick there. I was like, I don't know if it's just me or not. So 27.8, and we know tower is going to be 25.1, so we'll just punch that in right now too. 0, enter. We are receiving some voice.
Rating passes, and with the system, it didn't used to be this way, but now with the new sort of implementation that we have, it is immediate.
Text. What we're
so
headed.
What I advise doing is maybe not after each rating.
Let's
but
go to the
after,
hut.
Maybe an hour or two when you've done several ratings. And
where's the hut?
Notice that it's not updated. Maybe just come back when the frequency.
There's Max.
And ask the controller to just verify
that
they put in.
Max got a police car next to him.
Okay, that sounds great. Thanks for your help. You shut it up.
This is some freeware scene. I think Miniwebs. I think he's
Brown,
around here on Twitch somewhere.
Guy floated Telluride with whiskey.
We're to Quebec, Henderson Ground. Afternoon. Clearance and request.
How you doing, buddy?
Great. How are you?
Surviving. How you doing? Thanks.
Henderson Ground. Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra also heading to Telluride.
717 Tango Sierra, Henderson Ground. Clearance and requests. Party now. 4-5
I got nothing. I was trying to. The gears were turning, trying to come up with some bit of wit, and there was none. There was no wit there. I got nothing tonight.
Number 5, Lima Gulf, affirmative. You've been cleared for the visual approach to tree 1 right. So descents at your discretion, and you can turn.
Where are we flying to and from? We're flying from Henderson up to Telluride for the first flight. Chuck Blanstein, welcome aboard. Is this the salty? Is this the old salty dude? Ah, dude, Chase isn't old. Max, thank you very much for the bits, man. I really appreciate it. He says it's a party. Hell yeah, it is. Cheers, dude. Thank you.
Palm Springs Tower. Wind variable at 5.
You're too kind.
3-1 right, clear to land.
What was the music at the hut last weekend? Oh, that was something off of oh man, it's called Hookah Bar. It's from the YouTube audio library.
Altitude mode on ground radar.
Is this the one you're talking about? It's a real high-tech operation we got going here. Fubar running in the background. That gets the music going. Let's see some leg split heads, some split leg handstands. Oh, dude, if I tried to do that, I'd kill myself. Can you stop at Aspen and take my wife to somewhere with snow? There's gonna be snow at Telluride, man. I thought about Aspen tonight, but I decided. Well, Telluride was supposed to be crappier weather, so it would be interesting to see someone else flying the aircraft differently. I'm sure I'll be flying it incorrectly. My problem with this plane is I usually forget to pressurize. Alpha Bacon 56 here for 7 months. He says, happy Friday. Always good to see you. Alpha Bacon, thank you very much for your continued support. Cheers to you, sir. Happy Friday, Farmer Meta. Good to see you, buddy. Every time you hear the water, I see cat falling in the water. That's right. I hear the music. Start looking. Nah, there's no Pizza Hut at this one, man. That was it. That was the last one. I got my S mug. We're drinking some chamomile nights tea. Chamomile with a little bit of mint. Cause it's no booze January.
Number 2 Quebec. Clearance available. Advise ready copy.
Ready copy, 2 Quebec.
2 Quebec.
Number 2 Quebec is clear to Telluride Airport. Axon 5 departure. Dove Creek transition, and then as filed. Climb via SID. Las Vegas departure frequency 118.4. Squawk 5402.
See, I can write down most of his clearance, and it's going to be valid.
5 departure, Dove Creek transition as filed. Climb to SID 18.4 departure and squawk 5402 2 Quebec.
2 Quebec, readback is correct.
Do me a favor.
Oh boy.
Uh-huh.
Can you ask Traycon to be kind to me tonight? They haven't been kind to me recently.
We'll see how he's feeling.
Alright.
Got no respect. I wish I could talk about the inside joke behind that one, but I can't.
Number 7 Tango
Rest assured, it's
Sierra. Ready to copy?
Yeah, we're ready to copy. 7 Tango Sierra.
Number 7 Tango Sierra is cleared to the Telluride Airport. Action 5 departure. Dove Creek transition, then as filed. Climb via SID. Las Vegas departure frequency 118.4. Squawk 5403.
Go to Telluride, Accent 5, Dove Creek as filed. Climb via SID. Departure 118.4, Squawk 5403. Eclipse 7 Tango Sierra.
Eclipse 7 Tango Sierra remake is correct.
All right. Isn't there a song about a little jet plane? Probably. Probably a few of them. BA Mike Foxtrot, welcome aboard. Good to see you. Angry Pilot, welcome aboard. What is vertical cat? I don't know what that means. Is that Max? That is Max. Zeke, welcome aboard. Good to see you, man. Haven't seen you around for a while. Frank T, welcome aboard. Chris Ordway, happy Friday. Anybody else I've missed? We'll get you here. What's it called again? It's on the YouTube. If you go to the YouTube audio library, it's called Hookah Bar. Hookah Bar. Clip that if you want to see it. All right, let's do some programming here. So you can do all the programming through this GPS unit here. I forget what these are called. Through one of these. I prefer to use the Dynon display just because I'm more used to it. That's what we're going to use. So we'll go map, we'll go flight plans. We'll start here at Henderson, so KHND. We're going to insert our departure from 17 right, plan for the Accent 5, heading to Dove Creek. From there, we're going to go to insert waypoint. We're going to go to ETL. And then from there, insert waypoint, we're going to go to KTEX. So that's our departure. Dove Creek, then we go to the ETL VOR, and then we're going to fly to Telluride. Interesting. I stole this off of, this is one of the routes that FlightAware suggests, or that 4Flight suggested I fly. So that's good. That's all we got to worry about there. We'll come on down to the main display here, go to transponder, go to code. We're going to put 5403, 5403, verify that up there, push the altitude button. That's good. I'm going to turn off the nav2 because I don't need to have the secondary displays here. We'll set this over to Skyview. That's going to put us into RNAV mode. And let's brief the departure real quick. So pull that up there. That's not the departure. This airport chart. Pull you. So the Accent 5 departure off of 17 right says fly heading 168 to intercept the 199 course to Caver. From Caver, we go onward. We need to cross Accent at or above 13,000 feet. We need to cross trailer below flight level 190. And those are the only altitude restrictions that we have. From the departure here, we're going to be heading straight into ETL, where we can then pick up the localizer approach going into Telluride. Given the state of Telluride currently, with winds calm 10 miles and clear skies, I think we'll probably just end up canceling our IFR and going for a VFR approach, which saves whoever's in back the hassle of having to potentially hold and wait. So I think we'll be okay going into Telluride, which is actually really, really, really disappointing. I was hoping for a good low approach going in there. GI Suck, welcome aboard. Poor attempt at humor. That's all right, man. JJ the jet plane. We're gonna go with him, man. We're just gonna go with him. All right, so I'm gonna sync the heading bug up. So I'm gonna put the heading bug over to 199. So that'll give me approximately where my intercept's gonna be. Because then we can kind of use this to see, because this FMC is not gonna fly this thing perfectly. So we kind of have to do a little fake it till you make it sort of thing. Get ourselves on that 199 heading over to Caver, and then we'll just do a direct to. Shemburi, welcome to the Beer of the Month Club. Thank you very much for your support. Cheers to you, my friend. Thank you. I appreciate it. Dude, the 550 is so good. Angry Pilot says, I have kids. I have dad jokes. I'm sorry. No, it's cool, man. It's cool. One of these days, I might get the dad jokes. You're doing great, man. You're doing great. Just keep it up, Angry Pilot. I love it. All right, so that's good. We got all that plugged in there. Let's say we're gonna climb out here at about 175 knots. That's gonna be our climb speed. And it's probably going to be our climb speed all the way up to 41,000. Like this plane does not climb very quickly. Our initial altitude is climb via SID. So if we take a look at the SID, this top altitude says flight level 190. That's here in the upper right-hand corner. Top altitude. So we'll punch that in here. So 19,000 feet. And then I'm going to set... So I like to climb out of here with an initial vertical speed of about 1,500 feet per minute. This is going to give me a little bit of a climb. It's going to give me a decent amount of climb, but it's also going to give me a little bit of a speed, a little bit of acceleration. So the reason why I do vertical speed on this initial climb out in this plane is because it allows me to use the flight director, allows me to pop straight over the autopilot, not have the nose come down, not have the nose go way up. Like it gives me a nice easy climb out all the way up to 175, where our climb speed is going to be. So we'll go to lower display here, go to autopilot. We will turn on the flight director. We're going to go to nav mode. We're going to go to vertical speed mode. We got altitude mode engaged and ready to go. So that's going to pop that way up there. That'll eventually come down, once we start moving. And we're good there. So that's all we got to worry about there. Yaw dampers on. All the glare shield stuff looks good. And we'll move you over to terrain. We've got that guy on autopilot. So I like to have the top display on terrain for the initial climb out. And then the bottom display here on the autopilot pretty much the entire time. Right side I'll be on the map, and the left side will be on my primary flight display and my engine displays. Questions? Comments? Yeah. X-Plane Master, welcome aboard. Happy Friday. Good to see you. Boston was the number 7 worst terminal in America. That doesn't surprise me one bit. I bet the worst was probably like Atlanta or Dulles. Was this plane just updated? I don't think it was. Not recently. I don't know. I'm running a fairly old version if it is. Whatever I'm running is whatever was out a couple months ago. So I don't know. I just like flying the plane. Close the door. We'll leave the GPU connected. Well, actually, we can disconnect the GPU. Go to batteries. We'll disconnect the chocks as well. So we've got our weight. We've got our person set. We got our people in here. Everything there is fantastic. So let's go ahead and get this sucker started up. Very, very, very simple plane to start up. Make sure the parking brake is set, which it is. And then go to the overhead panel and go to the on-start position. We'll see the N2 come up. We'll see the M1 start to rise. Probably not a very realistic startup, but whatever. Oh, and then hot started. Pay no attention to the hot start. I have zero control over that, so who knows? All right, so that's good. One engine. Let's go for the other engine. Travolta has one of these. No kidding. Atlanta's the worst airport. I will say that Atlanta is the worst airport. I would love to have one. Like, I would love to fly around on one of these little Eclipses. I'm not sure I'd fit in one of them, but it is a cool airplane, man. Crazy Diamond here for a year. Crazy Diamond, thank you very much for your continued support. Cheers to you, sir. Hope you're doing well. Best airport in North America. It's usually, like, Indianapolis is actually one of the best airports on most of those lists, but it kind of depends on, like, big airports versus small airports, too, sometimes. All right, so that's 2 good engines. They're looking good. We'll go flaps to takeoff. We'll go ahead and turn our beacon light on, turn our taxi and recognition lights on. Everything else is good there. The one thing I always forget to do is turn the bleeds on, so let's do that. Move the air source over to normal. That way the cabin actually pressurizes and we don't kill ourselves. And we're good there. Rudyism here for 12 months. Says hip hip hooray, my 12 months. Happy Friday, Cat. Rudyism, thank you very much for your continued support. Cheers. Bravo 11 Alpha, welcome aboard. Just watched your last video flying this. While I was flying, things got dark. Took me a minute to figure out why. That happens. The Man, welcome aboard. Anybody else I missed? Oop, crap. All right, we're good. All right, so that's all set. That's all set. Let's do our flight controls. Right's good. Left's good. Left, right, back, forward. This plane really is super tiny. And then I noticed my trim was off too, so we're gonna set the trim down at the green line. Right about there. I don't know the proper trim setting. Okay, I just need to remind myself on the V speeds. So if we go to utilities, checklists, menu, group, references, V speeds, Rotation is at 91. Normal climb is 167. We're going to do it about 175 or so until we get up a little higher. Flaps, those are good. Don't care about that. Single engine climb is 130. Okay. We're going to aim for probably a performance cruise. I don't know. We're gonna aim for basically firewalling these engines when we're up in cruise. And I don't care about any of that other stuff for now. So that's good. All right, go back to terrain. Fantastic. All right. Let's get out of here. Pop our brakes down. Here we go. Nobody right, nobody left. I really do love this plane. Kiwi Law, welcome aboard. Whole lot of you as well. Kyokin, good to see you, man. Happy Friday, Kyokin. What's my flight director even doing? It's trying to put me on. So it's trying to put me on the VNAV path, and it's trying to climb me at 1,500 feet per minute. Two things that it can't do right now. All right, Henderson weather 2104, 10 miles, clear skies, 16 Celsius, altimeter 3027. So we'll do 3027 on the altimeter. Great. Where is the edge of the ramp? Oh, I can go way out there. Okay. Hey Google, what are my okay Google, what are my V speeds in the Eclipse 550 NG? Goyle 19, welcome aboard. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Chicago was number 3. Chicago's pretty bad too. O'Hare's probably the one I hate the most. Like it'd be O'Hare or Dulles in terms of like airports that suck the most, that I've had to fly through a lot, I should say. Max, are you ready to go, buddy?
Santa Maria ground, Cessna 202 Foxtrot.
Max, are you already gone?
Over at the east side of the field by Victor for a northeast departure with hotel.
I guess I gotta bounce first anyway because I'm gonna go slower than you, but
202 Foxtrot Romeo, Santa Maria ground runway 30, taxi via Alpha.
Runway 30, taxi via Alpha.
Henderson ground, Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra's at uniform with whiskey.
7 Tango Sierra, Henderson ground, roger, runway 35 left, taxi via Alpha.
35 left via Alpha, 7 Tango Sierra. Nice.
Henderson ground, legit, 2 Quebec's Apex.
So that's going to change our departure up a little bit here. We'll brief that in a moment and reprogram.
2 Quebec, roger, runway 35 left via Alpha.
35 left via Alpha, 2Q. And we need about 20 seconds short here. We got somebody to sit up in the back.
Okay, we'll delete the departure, insert the departure.
Roger, way to the Eclipse, southbound on Alpha.
Accent, DVC. So that's going to change that just a touch.
Santa Maria
While we are taxiing here, we will also bring a 4 flight up.
For the Cat 5.
Probably taxi a little slower. Okay, so this departure says fly heading 348, intercept 073 course to Kitty, cross Kitty at maintain 6,000 feet. So let's just punch 6,000 in here for now, knowing that we're going to go to 19 later. From there, we go to Jamia, Scammer, and then Aston above 13,000 feet. So I'm going to set my heading bug now to 073. And that's going to be, it's going to give me an indication of how I need to fly over to Kitty. Because if I just put this in GPS direct mode, it wouldn't work. So that's good. We'll put 4 flight away there. I was planning for taking off to the south, but they decided to push us off to the north. Which is fine by me. It's going to be a cool takeoff here flying towards Vegas.
Clearance November, ground November 2 Quebec.
Number 2 Quebec, go ahead.
Yes, sir. The Aston spot departure is not applicable off of 35 left. I know it is on the chart. Can we get a vector or any different kind of route as a SID, please? Our nav that is out of date.
Uh-oh. Gotta update that nav
November
data.
2 Quebec, Roger. Go ahead and remain this frequency, and I'll have an amended route for you. Just go ahead and hold short behind the aircraft. Just remain this frequency.
All right, we'll continue down on Alpha 35 left. Appreciate it.
Interesting.
Thank
So
you.
he has an older version of the nav data, it sounds like, and can't fly the 35 left departure out of here. It's all right. He'll still get a cool departure out of this. Yeah, so I was flying this thing the other day in that fly-in that happened, and it was good. It was good fun. Like, it made me realize like how much I really enjoy flying this plane. So we had to make it happen. Had to make it happen tonight. We got so many other guys flying the 732. Be all right. Yeah, that Lear 25 is going to crush us, man. He's going to be faster, he's going to fly higher, and he's going to get there a lot quicker. That's why he let me go ahead.
John Wayne ground,
How is MSP? I don't know, never flown to Minnesota.
See my squawk 2166.
Stop and narrow my return trip. Ah, yeah, I've never been there. There's a few guys that are up in that area. All right, let's go tower. And then departure is, Vegas departure is 18.4. One 840. Henderson Tower. Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra's short 35 left.
Number 717 Tango Sierra Henderson Tower, Roger. On my 35 left, line up and wait.
Line up and wait, we're only 35 left. Eclipse 7 Tango Sierra. Alright, clear to the right. Clear to the left.
Santa Maria Tower.
I love this plane so much.
Foxtrot Romeo, holding short, 30.
Oh man, you can't really tell, but like we're pointed directly at the strip right now.
Ground number 2 Quebec. We can do the Flames 5 to Flames, and then as thought, if that helps you.
Number 2 Quebec. I actually have alternate instructions for you. It would be a
Euphoric Rager, thank you very much for the tip, man. Shut up and take my money. You're the best. So entertaining. Cheers from Aussie. Euphoric Rager, man. I really appreciate it, dude. Cheers and thank you very much.
2 Quebec, Roger. 717 Tango Sierra. The wind 2104 at 4, runway 35 left. Clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 35 left. Eclipse 7 Tango Sierra. All right, lights. Camera.
202 Foxtrot Romeo, runway 30.
Action.
Clear for takeoff, northeast bound departure approved.
Let's get out of here. Bring the engines up.
Clear for takeoff.
Engines are stable.
Right crosswind departure.
Let's go takeoff power.
And November 2 Quebec's clear to the Telluride Airport.
There we go. Power set.
Landing 180.
Airspeed's alive.
Radar vectors to Boulder City VOR, Bravo Lima Delta. Direct Peach Springs, Papa Gulf Sierra. Direct Page VOR, that's Papa Gulf Alpha.
There's rotate.
Dove Creek, and then as filed. Maintain 7,000.
Positive rate gear.
Expect flight level 450. 10 minutes after departure. Rest of clearance is unchanged. Just verify the heading 180 will allow compliance with terrain and obstruction clearance.
Alright, 2Q now is cleared to Telluride on departure. 180 heading, redirected Boulder City, Peach Springs, Papa Golf Alpha, Dove Creek.
Bring our flaps in.
7 now, 410.
Start to make the turn.
Rest remains unchanged.
Let's go autopilot on.
Maintain our own
just so I can focus.
Terrain avoidance for 2Q.
For 2 Quebec, readback is correct, and Peach Springs is slightly out of the way. You can expect a shortcut from center. I'm sure they'll give that to you.
2 Quebec, thanks.
For 2 Quebec.
There's our acceleration coming up 175 knots. Once we do that, we're going to go to IAS
7
mode.
Tango Sierra, contact Las Vegas departure.
Departure 7 Tango Sierra. We'll see you.
John Wayne clearance, November 70 uniform.
Okay, there's a rollout on heading. 175 knots. Let's go to departure.
Lufthansa 88.
Let's then also come up here. We're going to go direct to Kitty.
I show you in altitude mode during your ident.
And then we'll go to nav mode, which we're in. Looking good. We're looking for 6,000 feet at Kitty. Las Vegas departure, Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra, 5,000 climbing Aston 5.
717 Tango Sierra, Las Vegas departure, radar contact.
Okay, so we'll get our 6,000 foot level off at Aston, and then once we cross Aston, we'll continue to climb up to 19,000. So there it is.
Number 2 Quebec, runway 35 left, clear for takeoff, wind 210.
We are not below a Bravo, so we don't have to worry about speed or anything.
Negative, wind 210 at 4, heading 180.
Our only speed restriction is 250 knots, below 10,000 feet. Looking good. Go ahead and pull the power back to 92. Stop cooking those engines so much.
For 7 Tango Sierra, contact departure 125.9.
25.9 or 7 Tango Sierra. Alright. 12590. We're good there, so let's go ahead and go to vertical speed mode. And we'll start climbing about 2,000 feet per minute. Push the power back in. So we're going to be looking for... Let's go 2,500 feet per minute. We're going to be looking for the speed to start coming back. We want to bring the speed back to 175 knots. Then we'll go back to IAS mode. Las Vegas departure, Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra 6,600, climbing Aston 5.
717 Tango Sierra, Las Vegas departure. Roger.
Yes.
70 uniform.
Let's go 3,000 feet per minute. We'll start getting that speed back.
Out. I think you might have an issue with your microphone, or you're letting off on the push to talk too soon. Go ahead.
Okay, after takeoff, gears up, lights are out, flaps are in. Take our taxi lights off.
Uniform, Roger, and you're ready to copy.
We will go ahead and change this over to map.
70 uniform, Roger. Clear the Hawthorne Airport via flight.
I'll smoke a tea. Good to see you.
Radar
Good morning,
vectors,
Euphoric
Seal
Ranger.
Beach, and then as filed. Maintain 2,000. Expect 4,000.
Okay, there's
5 minutes
Jamia.
after departure. SoCal departure frequency 128.1. Squawk 4413. Hold your read back.
I do 3,500 feet per minute. Get the speed
November
back.
2 Quebec. Contact departure. November 2 Quebec. Las Vegas departure. Radar contact.
Oh yeah. Got Vegas back there. Henderson right behind us. Oh, so good. Boulder City down here. Okay, you know what? Let's just go ahead and let's do 200 on the climb.
Lufthansa 8813, you're still in standby mode. I can't let you depart John Wayne unless you're...
So we're going to go back to 200 knots. We'll leave it at 200 till about Mach 0.6, then we'll probably be at Mach 0.6, start bringing the speed back steadily. Maybe even Mach 0.5 for the climb. I don't really know I don't know the best way to climb this airplane.
You can't.
I know that we're going to have to start bringing that we will have to bring the speed back at some point just so we can try to make it up to 41,000.
I'm the one looking at the radar. You're still in standby mode. I told you earlier that when you hit the ident button, it went
Guess the center asked for shortcut. I have no idea what you're talking about. BM Mike Foxtrot, take it easy, man. Thanks for stopping by.
Wait, no, never mind. That's not you. That's another aircraft on the field. Yeah, so...
this plane is not actually super fast. Like, it's pretty good on the takeoff roll, and it's pretty good getting up in the air, but we're not going to be climbing all that fast.
What your issue is,
and we're going to be cruising about 100 knots slower than most of the jets are.
I would contact support.
41,000 feet and a little guy. Hey, you know what? It's supposed to be able to go up that high, and we're not that heavy tonight, so I think we can actually do it. Oh man, I gotta be...
7 Tango Sierra, contact Los Angeles Center 133.55.
3355, 7 Tango Sierra. 13355. Los Angeles Center, Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra, 14,400, climbing Axon 5.
717 Tango Sierra, Los Angeles Center, good evening, climb maintain, flight level 410, clear direct Dove Creek.
Flight level 410, direct Dove Creek, 7 Tango Sierra. 41,000. And direct to Dove Creek. So we'll go to Dove Creek. We'll go direct. We might have to do direct again once we get pointed at it. Yes, that's what we'll do. Do a double direct too as we get turned in.
Number 2 Quebec, go ahead.
And there we go. Nothing to it.
Number 2 Quebec, just call me short of 35 left, ready for departure.
Such a cool little plane, man. It really is. The Mach .98 Citation X. Pretty much, man. He's going to be going super fast. Chase KLVK, good to see you, buddy. Happy Friday. Chase KLVK is our lovely controller tonight.
We're 202 Fox.
At least until we get into the Western expansion area.
Sagan, your aircraft type and squawk.
Dude, Max, what happened?
434 ident.
Did Sim crash or what? He's still going to catch up to us, but it's fine. Comes 18,000. We'll go 2992.
Squawk 2434 and ident.
2,000, 2992. Oops, not 9999 or 2992. Go standard. We're going to landing lights off now.
Squawk 2 Foxtrot Romeo, negative. Again, 2434, 24.
Let's see. We have the Hoover Dam right there. See that? Almost see that out the window. Go to catch it here in a moment. View external ride along. There's L Hoover Dam. I don't know what scenery I have that actually. I think there's a piece of scenery I have installed that actually models that.
Two Foxtrot
I can't remember what it would be.
Again, the squawk 2434, 2434, 2434.
All right. There's 18,000 feet, 23,000 feet to go.
35 left over takeoff.
We'll see if we actually make it to 41. We're supposed to be able to get up there, but who knows? Torn is where to fly in the sim this weekend, looking at the new 757 Captain Sim on a long flight. There's plenty of options out there, that's for sure. Concorde on takeoff shook the earth and rattled all cars in the parking lot. Not unlike the space shuttle. Interesting. It doesn't surprise me that the Concorde was pretty big and noisy on takeoff. So let's see here. We got a ways to go before we make it. But we're also not even at cruise speed yet, too. So let's see, we're doing direct Dove Creek.
Number 2 Quebec, contact departure.
We'll see how we do once we get up to cruise. Is that a Honda Jet? It's not too far off of the Honda Jet. It's the same idea. This is an Eclipse 550. The successor to the Eclipse 500. I actually don't think they made very many of these things. Like maybe a dozen or so max. I think the Eclipse 500, I think they made a few hundred of them. But it was not a very, like the very light jet was not a very popular aircraft. Unfortunately. Can I turn the outside? No. I can't.
Number 2, Quebec.
Oops, sorry.
Let's see, Telluride, Boulder City.
Still partial to the roar of the 727. It's pretty good, man. We gotta bust that 727 out again soon. That hasn't gotten any airtime for a long time. Like a year and a half, I think. Right Quit here for 10 months. Right Quit, thank you very much for your continued support. Cheers to you, my friend. Appreciate it. Hope you guys all had a good week. We finally thawed out here in Boston. The last couple days have been in the 50s. I think today almost got up to 60 Fahrenheit, which is very comfortable. And then it's raining all night. And then tomorrow the temperature's going to go from the 50s down into like the 20s in about 6 hours or less. So it's going to get real cold real fast here once this weather system moves through, which is kind of a bummer. I was rather enjoying the warm temperatures. But then we'll get back down to a more normal January temperature. Are we going to make it? We should make it. We got a lot of ground to cover to Dove Creek, so looking at 279 miles. We should have plenty of time to get up to 41,000. I don't think I've tried to take this thing to 41,000, so I'm actually curious as to how well it's going to do. Like I've gone to like
Two Quebec
35,
765,
37,000,
Flight
and it performed decently well.
Los Angeles Center evening. Climb maintain for level 450. Clear direct Dove
Four-
Creek.
I think I blocked you there. 450, say the direct fix, please, 2 Quebec.
Back in the early 1980s, shuttle came to
Direct
Europe
Dove
on the back of a
450.
747. As it flew over the city, it would drop to a lower altitude so people could see it. Cars stopped in the middle of the roads. That's cool. Markanbaka. Marcon BCA I'm going to go with. Minus 37, he says, getting colder. Yeah, dude. Colder temps are coming. Lightly loaded 41K might work. Yeah, I think it should. I mean, this plane's supposed to go to 41. And if you go to FlightAware, like a lot of the flights going to FlightAware make it to 41K. So I figure because there's just the two of us here and a little bit of gas, we'll probably be all right. What's interesting though, as we're climbing up, we're burning 105, over 100 gallons an hour. Like this fuel burn rate, we only got about 2.5 hours of gas from the get-go. So you really need to have that altitude to get some efficiency in this plane. Otherwise, she ain't going anywhere.
There's transient parking all over the field.
Or she ain't going very far.
On the, west side.
Don't run out of fuel into Tex. I will be okay.
Taxi via Alpha.
I'm pretty sure we got plenty of gas to get us to Telluride. Should be okay.
We're 2 Foxtrot Neo, connect Los Angeles Center, 135.5.
So is everybody streaming the 732 tonight? Alan is, or Aerosim Gaming is. Val Dudes. It's like Cessna Rocks. And then you've got the NGX and FS Labs A320 and whatnot. So, yeah, decent amount of people streaming it. Like I said, we put some coverage on the 320 or the 732 last week, so I don't want to do the same one twice in a row. Change it up a little bit.
We're 202 Foxtrot Romeo LA Center, Roger.
Semi Ahmed 97, welcome aboard. Good to see you. Parky CP, welcome aboard. Need some external tanks. Yeah, no kidding. We got those tip tanks on there. This gotta help with something, right? How are we looking here? 1,000 feet per minute, 256 or 25,700 feet. I think we might be okay. I think we might be all right. We're gonna probably stay at Mach 0.5 in the climb though. So I'm gonna start. I'll start bringing the speed back like the IAS ever so slowly back to hold that speed. Because our cruise is going to be about Mach 0.6, and we don't want to cruise climb this thing all the way up. Like we'll bring it back to 195 now. So as we bring the speed back, nose is going to come up. We'll get a little more altitude out of it briefly, and we'll see what we can do. I gotta find a manual, like an actual manual somewhere, and read up on the best way to climb this thing, or find some YouTube videos of somebody taking it all the way to 41,000. Because it's kind of fascinating to like the people that fly these planes and really know them well, to see like how they do it, like how they do some of this stuff. Oh, the tip tanks are the tanks, like that's it. Okay, that would actually make quite a bit of sense. Scenery load. Please be a scenery load. We cool? Okay, we cool. A little bit of a weather pop there, too. Got some light chop through 27,000. Jambo 72nd, thanks, man. Happy Friday. But we don't have the same network issues. Yeah, I think Comcast was doing network maintenance. Because like the problems last week started right at 10 o'clock, which to me indicates that.
Call up with your request and we'll help you out. Go ahead.
Which to me indicates if you see a network problem starting like right at 10 o'clock, it indicates that maybe there's some network issues going on or some like scheduled maintenance. So we'll see what happens tonight. But everything's been green all week. Every time I've run the test, everything's been perfectly fine. Virus City, welcome to the Beer of the Month Club. Thank you for your support, and thank you very much for the Tier 3 sub, Virus City. Cheers, my friend. I hope you're doing well.
The SoCal departure frequency.
Haven't seen you around for a while, man.
124.6. And advise ground when you're ready to taxi.
Oh yeah, Pac, welcome aboard. Flying a smaller plane, yeah. This is the closest I wanted to get to GA tonight. I actually thought about like going straight up GA, but I flew this plane in the one of the fly-ins this week, and like I feel like flying this airplane. It's been a long time. Bring her back to 190. Again, we're trying to keep it about Mach 0.5. So we'll just keep nudging the speed back until we as we hold that speed. Mach 0.5, and we'll definitely start to see our vertical speed tank here as we keep climbing, but we have an hour until we get to Telluride. So we got plenty of time to sit here and climb. Good little crab going there too. The Josh gives gangsta crab.
Charlie Sierra, Roger. Enter left traffic, runway 28 left, report midfield.
Is this the F&O? Nah, we're flying on PilotEdge tonight. The F&O I think tonight was going to go to Atlanta, but I got my fill of VATSIM for a while last week. ST Steaks, good to see you, man, though. Happy Friday. Move the speed back until we stall. Pretty much that's the plan, yeah. I mean, we're not going to stall the plane, so it's not that big a deal. Rob Murphy Hutch, happy Friday, man. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Flying Tail Dragger, welcome aboard. Haven't seen you for a while, Justin. I hope you're okay. What's with the little plane? I like the little plane, man. I love this Eclipse. It's so much fun. We got 6 seats in this, or no, 5 seats in this thing. You know, we got a big payload of people we can hold. It's just a really cool plane, man. You got the Aerobask Skyview avionics up here too that are fun to play with. Sending 2-8 here by drives Mr. John Fly, having him transfer orthos. That'll be awesome. Sweet.
Unanswered, say again.
What zoom level do you use for ortho tiles? We're flying over 17 right now. So I've got the Grand Canyon covered in 17.
Mike, Roger, runway 29
we'll be flying pretty soon. We'll be flying into zoom level 15.
Left downward departure approved.
Pretty soon we'll be heading into 15, which will be, you know, a little bit less nice, but from this altitude it actually won't make really any difference. I don't know that I've flown north of the canyon like this before on a departure, so this is kind of cool.
19205.
Like every time I've flown out of it, like every time I feel like I fly out of here, I fly to the south. Are the procedures different on VATSIM? They shouldn't be. They should be exactly the same. The only differences on VATSIM are really that, like, you're not going to have the same frequencies. So you're going to be flying VATSIM specific frequencies in the sim. But outside of that, the way that you fly, the way the procedures are handled in this net are all the same. Plane Lover, welcome aboard. Good to see you. 111 rivals into ATL on VATSIM. Yeah, no thanks to that, man. That sounds like chaos. Have you seen the 737 update? Yes, I flew it last week. So I was saying that earlier. The reason why I'm not flying the 737 this week is because I don't like to fly the same plane twice in a row. So there's a lot of guys that are flying it. I do have it. I flew it last week, and yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm excited to put some more time in that plane, but I wanted to change it up tonight. 10,000 to go. Will we make it? Stay tuned and find out. Almost got banned from VATSIM. That's not good. Our poor climb performance. Yeah, we're kind of all over the place. Bring her back to 175. We can probably bring this all the way back to like 150 knots if we had to. Let's check VAT map. Looks like you can walk from New York to Atlanta. All right, let's pull that up. VAT Spy. Kind of curious. VAT Spy must already be loaded. There we go. Let's see here. Holy crap. There's like a conga line of people just heading from New York. That's crazy. Yeah, a lot going on tonight. Florida's pretty staffed up too, which is cool. You don't see that very often. Looking to fly somewhere tropical with the 757 from Vancouver. I don't know, head down to the Caribbean, go to St. Martin, go to Aruba. Yeah, I'm not sure I could handle. I'm not sure I could handle 2 F&Os like that in a row. Like, the Vancouver event last week was pretty busy, and kind of had me a little frayed by the end of the event. So, I'm cool with just chilling on PilotEdge tonight. Got a few guys. We'll get knocked over to Western U.S. here in a little bit. You got a few guys that are up in the air up here. Got Max flying out to Telluride with us, so it'll be a nice chill flight. Bring her back to 170 now. So we're just pulling our indicated airspeed back. Trying to keep my Mach right around 0.5 for the climb. I don't know if that's right or not. I have no idea. It seems good enough to me. As long as the angle of attack gauge indicates that we've got some green here, we can just keep pulling the speed back and keep climbing. Once that thing gets towards the yellow, then we know that we're going to run out of airspeed for the climb, and then we'll have to think about like settling down and picking an altitude to stop at. But it's a little bit gusty, a little bit windy up here too, so that's causing us some grief. She's doing good though. She's performing well. We're already down to 76 gallons an hour, so that fuel burn's coming right back. Like, it's amazing how quickly that fuel burn dies off as you start to climb. Maybe we can fly to where we got married on the beach. Where was that? That was Aruba. Fly down to Janstedt. Queen Beatrix. Turbine life. That's right. Adam's Flight Sim says, how is flight training coming? I'm done, dude. I got my PPL. I got my license back in September. End of September, I managed to get my check ride done. So right now, I'm not really doing much. Right now, the plane's going in for annual here next week. And yeah, I've just been kind of taking it easy this winter. But I'm planning on doing some instrument stuff next year, pending some additional funding coming in. Like paying off some of the debt that I accumulated while I was doing my PPL last year. So if I get some time and get some money, I'd like to start doing my instrument. But we'll see what happens. So for the time being, I'm just enjoying flying, man. Doing $100 hamburgers and planning on putting together some trips with my wife and I for the summer here, places that we can go for a night, for a weekend or whatever. So it should be a good time. Yeah, we're cruising. I'm gonna be out. I'm probably not gonna be out in your neck of the woods until maybe in August. Like I'm still hoping to do the drum corps finals, so I'll be out in Indianapolis then. Maybe I can rent a plane and we can meet somewhere. Are there any good $100 hamburgers in like Western Ohio or Eastern Indiana? All right. So climbing through 35 now for 41. We've got 6,000 feet to go. We're going to continue pulling that indicated airspeed back as our Mach number increases. And we're going to keep an eye on our angle of attack gauge here. Make sure that we stay in the green. I think we're going to make it to 41. It's going to be slow going just because of this turbulence and this wind, but I think we'll get up there. Bravo 11 Alpha. I've got a discovery flight coming up in February. My wife got it for me for Christmas. Awesome, dude. Bravo 1 Alpha or 11 Alpha, where are you at, man? Like, what part of the country are you located? That's so the discovery flight's fun. My best man at my wedding got me a discovery flight, and that was my first time up in a small plane. I had so much fun with it, man. It was such a good time. It was really, really, really neat. And I was the only thing that sucked about it is like that's all the flying I was able to do for almost just about 2 years, or almost 3 years actually. 3 years? Nah, 2 years. It was 2 years between the flights. It was awesome though. Like, it's such a neat gift to get. It's a neat gift to give somebody, but it's also like it's gonna put that bug in you. Like, you're gonna know immediately if you like this or not. And so it's either gonna put that bug in you and say, all right, I want to go do training right now, or you'd be like, all right, you know what, I'm good, man. I'll stick with the sim. But definitely, have a good time. Just relax, take it easy, enjoy yourself. You're gonna learn a little bit. You're not gonna learn a ton. It's just more to kind of see, like, do you like the instructor? Do you like the airplane? Do you like the sensations? And kind of go from there. Like, it's a really good time though. Stop by the Daytona or
Two
Dayton
Foxtrot
Aviation
Romeo,
Museum. It's
Vegas
amazing.
Shuttle
Oh, that's a
Approach,
good
118.
idea. That's actually not a bad flight from Indy either. That could be fun. Yeah, go Indy over to Dayton, go to the Aviation Museum. Oh, man, I might have to make that happen when I go out there. Missouri, heard me talking about it. Didn't know what it was, so thanks, I guess. Nice, dude. That's awesome. Seriously, like that's gonna be a good time. Ooh, crap. Yeah, kind of on that same note, like I've been trying to take as many of my friends up as I can, and sort of like give them a pseudo discovery flight because I think that the experience of flying and all that is just way too much fun, and I've been trying to share it with everybody that I can. Cooperfish 2002 Cooperfish, my tea is empty. Switching to guns. Cooperfish, thank you very much for your 8 months of support. Cheers to you, man. I really do appreciate it. You guys are too good. Claremont County is also home of the Cincinnati Warbird Museum.
Foxtrot Romeo, Vegas Shuttle Approach, right.
Big hit not far from me. It's called
7119
Airport
Mike,
Cafe in
Santa Maria
Urbana.
Tower, Ident.
All right. Adam, are you in Ohio or are you in Illinois? I thought you were in Ohio. You don't actually have to say that. I probably shouldn't ask on live on the stream here.
We're 100 Mike and a right downwind 30.
When I go to head out there, I'll hit you up on Facebook, and we'll figure some stuff out. You're in Ohio, okay? Sporty's at I-60. No, that's right. Sporty's is out there too. Yeah. Yeah, that'll be fun. All right, how are we looking? 4,000 feet to go. Temps are looking good. Everything. I think we might actually make this.
120 Foxtrot Van Nuys Tower, runway 16 right, clear for takeoff.
We might actually make it. Of course, Max is going to pass me soon.
And we're 20 Foxtrot on course approved. Remain clear of the Charlie airspace.
We must have vastly different winds too. I'm doing 306 over the ground. He's doing 444. Oh, he's already up at 45,000 feet. That's why our winds are so different. He's way the crap up there. Max, you're going to have to like get a 360 or something and wait for me. We're doing pretty good though. I'm surprised. Little girl's gonna make it to 41. We'll see. We're dipping below 500 feet per minute, so... See how far we can keep pushing this. X-Plane's autopilot, man. It does what it does. For better or worse. 292 at 6.2. Oh, that's not too bad then. I'm 303 at 73, so we're fairly close. Jonathan Cordova, good to see you, buddy. Happy Friday. More people in the Cincinnati-Dayton area. Dude, if there's a bunch of people in the Cincinnati-Dayton area, then maybe we can get a little get-together. Head out, go to the museum there, and then organize a little meet and greet, assuming the weather holds out when I head out there. Aerosoft Airbus is now feature complete. They're done working on it. I saw like a Facebook or some sort of, maybe it was a Reddit post. Somebody was talking about Aerosoft, so I didn't go into detail or didn't see what the actual news was. But are they like done developing it now, like moving on to the next thing? Or you're talking about the A330. I bet you're talking about the A330, aren't you? Not the 320. About to jump to New Zealand for at least a year in the beginning of February. That's not going to do us any good, Oxbox. The good news is you can tune in on Saturday mornings and catch the catstrator live stream, where we just stare at an instrument panel as opposed to looking out the window. Because we're too concerned with how the hell we can actually get this plane to climb up to altitude. How slow can we go?
920 Foxtrot, connect SoCal approach.
I mean, it got the fuel burned down to 63 gallons per hour, so that's not bad.
Southwest 65, 66, clearance is on request. Standby.
Like the autopilot's fishing a little bit here. And that's less than ideal. Yeah, the Aerosop stuff always seemed like it was pretty decent. Like it was kind of like a jar style of airplane where it's you know, I think it's better than the jar obviously, but
100-20 Fox
it's
Trust,
built well, but
SoCal,
it's not built to be that like
Schroeder
study
contact.
sim that some other developers are
Resume
putting
on
out there.
navigation, altitude your discretion. Southeastbound on course.
All right, guys, 2,000 to go. And our vertical speed is coming back. So I've heard that what a lot of the, like I read something the other day that said a lot of private jet guys, what they do is they'll request a block altitude from like 35,000 up to 45,000 or whatever their altitude happens to be. And then they'll just basically configure their engine for a cruise climb and let the plane ever so slowly continue cruising up as fuel burns off. Which I thought was kind of a neat thing. I don't know how true it is, but it sounded cool. All right, what if we do this? What if we go... What if you try for 500 feet per minute? And we go to vertical speed mode. Is this going to stall the airplane? Let's see what this does to us. Just got to keep an eye on that. I've never actually climbed this thing up to 41,000. In fact, that might even be the title for the stream, is the quest for 41K.
Number 2 Quebec, connect center 118.22. Good day.
1822 to Quebec.
Sir.
1822 will be our next one as well. So I've never gotten this thing to 41,000, which is why I'm so enamored by trying to make this climb happen. I'm just curious. I'm curious if we'll make it. Block altitudes are also super handy to find the best winds.
Drill
Nice.
Denver Center now 118.22.
Do I use default clouds? Yes, I do.
And,
Default clouds,
just a note
default
for
weather.
you, I'll be headed to the city tonight, so I'll have a verdict on the scallops.
Roger that. Say again the frequency for 7 Tango Sierra.
1822. So,
All right, 1822. We'll see you, Chase. 7 Tango Sierra.
see you, man.
So, Chase, I don't know if you're still here, but that restaurant flooded last weekend. It's going to be closed for a while. We got in just in time. Salt Lake City Center, Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra, flight level 39 or 8, climbing flight level 410.
Number 717 Tango Sierra, Denver Center, Roger.
Oh, Denver Center, not
Who
St.
checked
Louis.
on? I got stepped on. Was that number 2 Quebec?
November 2 Quebec, flight level 450.
Or 2 Quebec, Denver Center, Roger.
I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. 1,000 to go. I think we're going to make it, guys. I think we're actually going to make this. We're not stalling the plane yet, so we're good there. We got 2 minutes of climb left. 2 minutes is all we need out of this. Then we can level off and see how she does. I'm actually really excited about this. Pilot in my mind, welcome aboard, man. We're headed to Telluride tonight. Headed down to Telluride. I got Max here on my TCAS. 4,400 feet above us. And probably significantly faster. I know he's significantly faster, actually.
Hotel Bravo, Seattle Center, Roger. Clearance and void of not off by... not off... Or actually semi.
All that nice contrail there. Thanks, X-Plane. Oh, yeah. Dude, I think we're going to make it. 500 feet to go?
Reserve Hotel Bravo, clearance void of not off in 5 minutes. If not in 5 minutes, Seattle Center.
410 with the Aerobask, yeah. We're pretty light, too, which is helping us. But it's going to do it. Yeah, we're good. Chemtrails, indeed. Illuminati confirmed. Leighton 23, good to see you, buddy. Hey, Smarts, good to see you. Welcome aboard, guys. Great quit, happy Friday. Top of climb, top of descent. I haven't even figured out where top of descent is. It's going to be a while. We're still like 160 miles out of Telluride. And Telluride's also at 9,000 feet, so we're not going down all the way to sea level. But yeah, we got a bit of a crab going too.
Scouts 588, contact Denver Center.
Am I using S-Plane 11.11? I believe so, yeah. Patitucci, welcome aboard, man. I'm using whatever the latest stable version of X-Plane. Whatever that is. There it is! 41,000 feet, guys. We made it. Almost.
.1120, Denver connection, Salt Lake Center. Climb maintain 120380.
Yep. We made it. Now we're accelerating ever so slowly. See if we get some speed out of this thing. Holy crap, dude. I'm actually quite shocked that we made it to 41.
Denver Center, Roger.
We are like right on the edge of the envelope. Our AOA gauge is telling us, hey idiot, it's almost time to push forward. We're still okay. 129 knots indicated, yeah, right? Only 286 over the ground. We're going so slow right now. Meanwhile, Max is at 450. Yeah, Max is at flight level 450, and he's doing 482 over the ground. Like he's got 200 knots on us right now. Todorico, good to see you, man. Induced drag kills high altitude flight. Oh, I'm sure I'm completely doing this wrong. Like I said, I gotta learn how to actually make this thing climb. Because I know that if you're not on the numbers, if you're not like exactly on the numbers, then these planes just don't, like they don't want to get up there. But we made it, we're accelerating, so that's a start. I have no idea what kind of speed we're gonna see. Is Max in the new Lear 25 for P3D? He's so Aviate72, welcome aboard. He's in the Lear that was it was out, and it was I think just recently updated for P3D V4. I don't know. I don't know who makes it. Max can link it to you if he's around or listening. I crashed a lot. What is the cruise speed? I don't know. I have no idea what we're gonna get to. 0.6 is what I've been like Mach 0.6 is what I've been cruising at, but I have honestly no idea what I'm gonna make it up to with this thing. Kai Hertz, welcome aboard. Happy Friday. Ancient City Gamecock, welcome aboard. Good to see you.
Or 450 Hotel Bravo.
Our district issued an early dismissal for the first time in 8 years. No kidding.
Penco VOR.
Virus City, you're like Southern Michigan, Indiana area, right? I know that some of my buddies back home were talking about some potentially crappy weather that was on the horizon. Am I at the first destination? We're on our way to the first destination. We've got 40 minutes and dropping until we get there.
March 6 Mike Charlie, contact Los Angeles Center 124.6.
I'll have a better idea on time estimates once we stop accelerating.
Or 6 Mike Charlie, negative 2462, 124.62.
Central Ohio. Oh, okay. All right.
Predator 62.
Is that an alarm near my altitude? Here? No. This right here is telling me my path. So it's telling me that we're flying straight and level, and we're flying at a pretty good angle. Josh Gibbs, good to see you, Josh. Hope you're doing well. Ernie, if you're here, man, I haven't seen you, but welcome aboard. Bearded Drummer Forever, welcome aboard. What's up, you sexy bearded 5 o'clock shadow man? Dude, I've gone beyond having a 5 o'clock shadow at this point. But thank you. Facebook reminded me that I've had my beard now for like, I think close to 5 years. Only drawback is the old database in the GTN. Yeah, that's a bummer. Okay, there's the, yeah, Max put the link in chat there. The Learjet from Sim Market. Fly Sim Where, I think is the name of it. It looks like the name of the company. He's got a little better performance than we do. What is this? I think this gives me like an estimate as to what I should be getting. Some utilities, checklists, menu, normal to, nope, not emergency, but references, V speeds. There we go. 167 indicated. That's too slow though. I think. Yeah, I have no idea what our cruise speed is going to be. 350 is what I filed for true, so we'll see. We're doing good though. We cool. Texture boundary, yeah, they happen. We're going to move out of... this is probably the border between 17 and 15 too. Because we're getting out of... we're getting well out of the area where I've done zoom level 17. Yeah, we will have to actually start thinking about our descent fairly soon.
You said that NDB into Fairchild?
Oh, it's such a good plane. I love this one so much. Aerobask does really good stuff. It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's Aerobask that actually made it to 41,000 feet. We won't do that again, by the way. I'll probably stop at like low 30s. Low 30s has been my best, like, sort of the best bet for me as far as like time and distance and all that.
400 in that area. So they tell you to climb to 5,004. The outside, when you get to water, that area has an MI of around 3,000 or so. So it's the initial part that required that climb.
My display locked up there for a second. He's showing Max behind me. He's definitely ahead of me.
You look in your 5,000 would have been good, or 7,000.
This might be all we're going to get out of it.
Whatever it says.
163 knots.
So I would have filed 7,000 to be safe. Otherwise, I would check with double check with.
Torbs 902. You missed the departure and the climb.
Off.
We're getting ready to start planning our top of descent here,
or minimum of
and getting ready to head down to Telluride for the first flight. Quadidin, welcome aboard. Good to see you, man.
At least that.
I found out that Quadidin's a fellow World of Warcraft player. He's on the Alliance side, though. Not so sure about him now. That's cool, though. I recently re-picked up World of Warcraft because I needed my January turn off the brain kind of game.
That's fine.
Does anybody know how to remove this ridiculous effect?
Skies 588, send up pods, discussion maintain, fall to 270.
You have to. You can Virus City. Excuse me. Virus City. If you can find that texture, you can replace it with like nothing, and that'll get rid of the that'll get rid of the snow blowing effect. I've not yet done it personally. I know a few people who have though, and have had some good success. Our fuel burn is currently at 55.8. So we've got probably 2 hours of endurance before I'd really want to head down and get to an airport. But yeah, and 55.8, I should have this pulled all the way back to about 96%, to be honest.
Deer Valley, or is it going to be after?
Like that would give me my economy cruise. If I pulled this back,
I'm not sure where Deer Valley is.
Dove Creek.
For to Quebec, you need Dove Creek.
Yeah, Dove Creek.
So 95.6 there gives us 47 on the fuel burn. This is right about where like your economy cruise would be. I think.
Total 717, contact Denver Center 128.32.
To Quebec's going to be starting down about 20 miles this side of Dove Creek.
Roger.
So yeah, economy cruise got us down to 47 or so. We kept our speed. We'll probably get discretion as well. 330 to cross the ground. Yeah, we ain't going very fast, Josh. If I had stopped in the high 20s or low 30s, we'd be doing 350 true, and burning probably another 20 or 30 gallons per hour more. I think that's what we're gonna do for the next 2 flights.
717 Denver Center, Roger.
Somebody has my call sign. It's gonna drive me nuts.
Hotel Bravo, I assume you want.
If I played PUBG, I played a little bit of PUBG.
And advice from you on the weather.
At altitude, IS performance, look at true airspeed. That's what I've been looking at, yeah. True airspeed and Mach.
Remember, to Quebec, Denver.
Or to Quebec, ahead.
Yeah, can we go to Cones, and you can step us down and we'll hold at Cones as published on the RNAV Yankee 9. That'd be great.
To Quebec, Ivory Coast.
Thanks.
WBS, good to see you, man. Happy Friday. I saw somebody else come in here. I missed the name. Oh yeah, Pac, welcome aboard. Joe Nurses, that's the one. Welcome aboard, Joe. Happy Friday. Kind of surprised the engine can do 100% N1 and N2 without over-temping. Well, you know, it's maybe not the most realistic simulation.
Number 2, Quebec, clear cones.
Clear cone.
We're not looking for the studiest of study sims here. Don't judge. I know they've done some adjustments and whatnot, but yeah, I don't. The Aerobask hasn't done a lot of tweaking and whatnot to the flight model and all that. Space Dandy, thank you very much for the bits, dude. Cheers, really appreciate it. I climbed to 410 with the 7.4 and I almost stalled. Well, if the 7.4 is heavy, it's not going to go to. It doesn't want to go to 410. Like 7.4 is going to be, burn off a lot of fuel and be fairly light to make it to 41,000. Like you can get up there, but it takes some time.
Zero Hotel Bravo. After water, proceed direct Friday Harbor radio beacon.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm not flying this plane because I want to study level simulation. Like I'm flying it because I just enjoy flying it. It's a good plane. I love this. I love the avionics. I love the way that it handles.
Zero Hotel Bravo, maintain
5,000. It's such a different little bird that it's just fun.
Approach Friday Harbor.
Good stuff. Of course, we're flying over the desert where there's like nothing to see. I told you to fly to Aruba, man. Go deal with some of the crosswinds in Aruba. I mean, all those islands are pretty gnarly.
5,000 until you're established on a polished segment of the approach cleared. NDB runway 34 approach into Friday Harbor.
NDB to Friday Harbor. Who in the hell's doing that?
Delta 1120 contact.
Somebody's flying a Cessna 210 into Friday Harbor on the NDB approach. That's pretty cool. I'm not sure that I have the balls to fly an NDB approach. I'd probably fly one if I had my RNAV going.
We're at 2 Quebec, send up house discussion, maintain for level 270 now.
Hard down 270, head down now, 2 Quebec.
Alright. So we're gonna go. Let's see here. Let's bring some charts up. While we got this going, we'll do some planning. So let's pull up Telluride. And we'll grab the airport diagram. We will also grab the localizer. Actually, you know what? We'll grab the RNAV as well. Actually, no, I want to fly the localizer in. Whatever he ends up assigning me, but I'm going to plan for the localizer approach. Localizer runway 9er. That way, if I have to do any sort of holds and whatnot, then I know I can fly this. So we're flying to the Cones intersection right now. We're going to want to be above 12,000 feet at Cones. So the segment after Cones is 12,000 feet. And then 11,005 heading into to Hodlow. So we'll say 12,000 we want to be to Cones. And Cones is
42, runway 348, taxi via hotel.
Cones is the ETL there. It's two points from us right now. So if we take a peek at how far that is, it's 115 miles or so. 12,000 at Cones. We want to get down, oh man, 29,000, 30,000 feet, we'll say. That's going to be about 90 miles that we need to get down. So we're 115 out right now. We need 90 to get down. That's going to put us right about there. So right about there is going to be our top of descent. So we're about 25 miles from top of drop.
Retard.
Let's see here. 90 miles from Cones is going to be 5 down to 80, about 50 miles from Dove Creek. So yeah, 50 miles from Dove Creek. We're going to head, oops, you guys can't see that. 50 miles from Dove Creek, we're going to head in. Quantity here for 12 months. Quantity, thank you very much for your continued support. It says Horde all the way. Cheers, my friend. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Get to Pants to welcome aboard. Grand Tour episode today involves Telluride. No kidding. Ashley, it's good to see you. Cheers and happy Friday. Our ETA is probably about between 20 and 30 minutes. 320 over the 320 true right now. We are not going very fast. That's cool though. All right, so 50 miles from Dove Creek is going to be about where we want to start down. So we got 25 miles to go. So we'll ask for a descent here, a few more miles. I watch the Grand Tour, of course I do, man. Coast Pilot, welcome aboard. I Servant, good to see you, Ian. Happy Friday, man. Hello from Boston. Firehawk Sim, welcome aboard. Jag. But the only thing I can do for the Clarkson has, like, I don't have a good British accent. But yeah, no, I love the Grand Tour. Actually, Top Gear. I loved Top Gear. I've always enjoyed that show, and my wife and I frequently watch that as we're falling asleep. We'll put Top Gear up on the TV in the bedroom, and just have that playing. I'm working through the Top Gear Top 40 right now. Power. Does RNAV or ILS make much of a difference to the accuracy of the flight director on approach? I'm not sure what your question is, Sierra X. If you can rephrase that, we might be able to answer that. I mean, the flight director, the flight director's, like, on this plane, it's going to estimate estimated descent profile for this localizer for this RNAV approach, but like it'll be bang on laterally. It's just the vertical stuff on an ILS, the vertical will be right on as well. Like, that's where you want to point the plane, is at the flight director. For a RNAV, for like a non-LPV RNAV, or for a localizer approach, or anything like we're doing tonight, I think that the FMC will attempt to give us guidance, but it's not going to be an exact thing that we can follow. What's my favorite episode? I'm a really big fan of the Vietnam episode. Like, the Vietnam episode of Top Gear is probably the best Top Gear. But I like the first one where they went to America and they got, like, they went from Miami to New Orleans. That was a pretty good one. Denver Center, Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra, request descent.
Number 717 Tango Sierra, descent maintain, level 270.
Level 270, Eclipse 7 Tango Sierra. Alright, so let's go 27,000. I'm going to start down about 10-15 miles early, because I also know that we're going to accelerate as we head down.
You wanted the RNAV Yankee.
That's going to make things interesting for us. So we got 27,000 punched in here. We'll grab minus.
I don't know. Request and expected descent within 30 seconds.
2,000. There we go. 2,000 minus, and then we'll put ourselves into vertical speed mode. So I'm going to leave the power in. We're going to accelerate a little bit here. We can put a little speed on this sucker. I don't know how like what our Mach limit is going to be in this, or what our red line would be. So we won't put too much speed on it, but we'll let her accelerate a little bit. My goal flying into Telluride was to fly into an airport that has gnarly weather, which they originally did today. Now they don't. Winds are 300 at 4, 10 mile visibility, scattered 4,700, scattered 5,000. Completely clear, completely VFR. The TAF is also reporting that it's going to stay pretty nice there. We're still going to request the localizer approach heading into runway 9er though. And end up dealing with looks like we're actually going to have a little bit of a tailwind here coming in.
Scout 588. Denver Center, Roger, descend via the Boss 2 arrival, Denver altimeter 3028.
Yeah, there's nothing that says we can't land on 27 if we have to, but I'll probably just eat the 3-knot tailwind and be okay. Should be fine with that.
Or check it back, you said you wanted to hold and delay at cones.
Alright. Addison Huddy. Addison Huddy, welcome to the Month Club. Thank you very much for your support. Cheers to you, my friend. I really appreciate it.
Not really expected.
Vietnam is awesome. Bolivia was really good too. Yeah, the Bolivia episode was pretty good as well.
Who called for San Francisco or clearance rather?
They're both. I mean, a lot of those specials where they go somewhere else are quite good. Dude, like, the strangest thing about watching Clarkson in anything is that, like, he's a humongous history buff. Like, Jeremy Clarkson is, like, in love with history, which you wouldn't expect given the given the way Top Gear is like given everything about Top Gear. So, oh, that's not me. Delta 717 keeps throwing me off, buddy. Somebody took my call sign. Yeah, like the seeing him in any sort of a serious or different role is always very, very bizarre. Like the other two are fine, because I view the other two as sort of more natural and normal people, but Clarkson in particular, because he just has this like, just the way that he presents and carries himself is just bizarre to me. It's cool though. Flying into New England, the weather was and continues to be pretty great.
Yeah, 393 San Francisco.
Somebody was saying that they had their flight canceled from Boston to New York today, and they ended up taking the choo-choo train. AJ, good to see you. Welcome aboard. Happy Friday. Vietnam's top of my travel. Actually, Cirrus Maxon here went to Vietnam a couple weeks ago. Bastard. Stealth Bob, good to see you. Happy Friday, man. Hope you're doing well, Bob. Earn of the Cat, welcome aboard. I've seen all the Grand Tour episodes, but none of the Top Gear. Are they similar? Yeah, the Grand Tour format is kind of derived from Top Gear. So if you've got Grand Tour, you have access to all of the early seasons of Top Gear as well. Go watch them, man. And if you need to, like, start from
direct Tanner, Victor 187, then
I'll tell you what.
Maintained 1000. And
so I wouldn't start at the very beginning of Top Gear. You're probably going to get bored.
118.5 squawk 3471.
Start with, is it season 8? That's a good one. Seven was good. Where do they go to the United States? Yeah, actually, just you can start from the get-go. Just know that the series really picks up after like 3 or 4 seasons. They kind of find their groove. If you like the Grand Tour, I highly recommend checking out Top Gear, because that's sort of what you'll see. That's what it's all derived from. Like, that's where those guys got their groove and met. Clarkson got fired from Top Gear, then the other two presenters left, and like they became such good friends on that show and such synergy and whatnot that it's worth watching. You could start into like season 9 and see some of the
contact Denver Center 118.57.
1857 7 Tango Sierra. So you can start at like season 9 or something and watch some of the middle episodes and see what you think. But there's a lot of really, really good stuff out there. Like I love Top Gear.
Skies 393, contact San Francisco Tower.
Denver Center, Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra, flight level 303, descending flight level 270. We got the weather at Telluride, and we're going to request a localizer runway 9.
Number 717 Tango Sierra, Denver Center, roger, descend to maintain 14,000.
14,000, 7 Tango Sierra. All right, 14,000. Just keep on heading down. Pull the power back about 90% or so. We're looking good. Fastest we're going to fly today is on this descent. Yeah, the specials are the best. Like, the specials are awesome. Seasons 4 through 22. There you go. Whenever they started doing the stuff with the Toyota Hilux, like they found the indestructible Toyota Hilux, like that's when it started really picking up. Poker 2012 Chew, good to see you, buddy.
Roger.
2 laps.
What is my take on the Intel security flaws? Meltdown Inspector, BIOS or microcode update, Haswell performance. I haven't seen any performance issues myself, so I'm on a 4790K. I think the security vulnerabilities were inevitable with the way that microcode and everything is executed, and like just hasn't changed on those in so long. Like, I'm surprised it took this long for something like that to come up. So it's unfortunate that those flaws exist, but it's kind of inevitable when you think about the way security and all that's going. So yeah, it's just a bummer. But it seems like the fixes and whatnot that are being pushed out fixes the problems, and that's what's kind of important. Like the episode where they took the 3 semis. Yeah, that was a good one too. They filmed Top Gear at my home airport, 6A2 in Georgia. Oh, that's cool. Oh, they weren't fired. They wouldn't get their hands dirty by fired. I don't know. I don't know the full story. I don't really care. Clarkson decked a guy, and that was the end of that was pretty much the end of him with the BBC. One way or another. Recently posted on Reddit flying some of my hesitations going after my PPL. I think I saw that thread. Yes, Addison Huddy. The email there is the best way. We'll expect that 7 Takeoffs here. Okay, so we're gonna get holding instructions apparently. So the best way to contact me is by email. Host at catstrator.live. I do my best. I don't get back to people right away. It usually takes me a week or two just because I don't get to email all that often.
Go cancel IFR.
100% take back, Roger. IFR cancellation received.
Yeah, once I get a little closer to cones here, I'll cancel as well. I'm still gonna fly the localizer in, but I'll just cancel the IFR as soon as we're below this cloud deck. Yeah, so email's the best way to get to me. Host at catstrator.live. I'm not super good about getting back to people in a timely manner. I read every email once it comes in. This particular weekend, I'm going to try to get back to a bunch of people. So if you got questions, feel free to send them over. I'm more than happy to help. I saw your thread on Reddit. I don't remember the context of it though. If you want to summarize it, like, if you want to summarize it briefly in chat, we can sort of talk about it. It might be a good topic also for the next flight. We're about to get into a very heavy and a very busy section of the flight here, so if you've got oops.
Delta 717, clear Denver Airport now via direct semi.
If you've got a question like that'd be a good one for the next flight. You're gonna stick around for a bit.
Delta 717, if able, direct scarf.
You'll notice performance decrease much with the latest Intel meltdown update. It's a BIOS update that will address Spectre. Ah, got it. That could potentially be pushed through the Windows OS update in lieu of the BIOS update. Could be affecting it, from my understanding. Yeah, I've read a little bit on it. Like this whole Spectre and meltdown thing is so far over my head in terms of like what I understand and what I care about. I honestly just don't get it. I don't get how it all works. I understand I understand generally what it's doing and why it's a big problem. But yeah, I'm clueless as to like the finer points and the finer details because I'm not a hardware person. I've never been a hardware person. Everything that I know and everything that I deal with has always been in the software layer. So yeah, the vulnerabilities suck. They were bound to happen at some point. There's bound to be more of them that are out there too. Sounds good, Addison. Data centers are going to get the biggest heat. Yeah, absolutely.
Delta 717 is how to maintain 12220, then descend via the French 3 arrival.
Alright, Telluride altimeter, we'll get that. 3039er.
Delta 1142, contact Salt Lake Center 128.55.
Once we punch below this IFR layer here, or once we punch below this cloud layer, we'll probably just cancel. And then we'll meet up with Max.
Sierra, cross code, at above 12000, cleared localizer approach into Telluride.
Cross cones at above 12000, cleared localizer approach to Telluride. Eclipse 7, take us 0. Yeah, as soon as I punch below this cloud deck, we'll cancel. We can cross cones at 12,000, which we're heading
Denver approach at
down to 12,000. So 12,000 there. Watch my banana bar. Wait till it gets. Make sure my banana bar stays below or before cones, I should say. So we're good with that. And yeah.
Delta 1142, Salt Lake Center, Roger. Climb and maintain.
I lost my other. There it is. I was gonna say I lost my banana bar there for a second, but it was like hidden behind the 20-mile ring. Okay, Telluride CTAF is 23-0. 300. Rying 87. And what a year it was. Here's for the next year. Cheers. Rying 87, thank you very much, man. Cheers to you. I really appreciate it. My laptop is currently melting down. The Windows Update's bombed. That's no good.
That was 17. Roger. Thompson requires that fall 220 between that and 17, 17,000. So resume.
T-Craft, good to see you. The banana bar, yeah. So this is the banana bar, this blue bar here. And what it's doing is it's telling us when are we going to
contact Denver approach,
when are we going to be at the
119.3.
altitude that we have punched in. So I've got punched in 12,000 feet. I'm at 17,500 feet. And this banana bar, this little, in this case, blue bar, is telling me when I will reach 12,000 feet on my path. So as long as that's before ETL, I'm okay with that. I want to cross ETL at 12,000 feet to get myself set up then for the approach.
3 Bravo Alpha, runway 25, taxi via Alpha, and verify you did call as weather.
So we're still trying to punch through this layer here. I'm going to refresh the weather real quick, just so I make sure we got the latest stuff going. And like I said, once we punch this layer, I'll cancel my IFR.
Section 3 Bravo, affirmative.
Not to be confused with the banana hammock, absolutely.
Can you get a Sierra traffic 4 miles west-northwest of the cones VOR, altitude indicates 13,000, might be the Learjet.
Okay, we're looking for him. I see him on the TCAS, but I don't have him in sight. 7 Tango Sierra. Thanks. Might be the Learjet. Probably is. Airbus, you get an arrow. Yeah, Airbus has a different indication as to when you're going to hit your spot. Okay, outside air, coming up on clouds here, visible moisture, outside air temperature minus 15 C. I don't know if that's enough for icing or not.
393, contact NorCal.
I'm going to crank my ice protection on here just as we're going through this cloud deck. I don't know what the limits are for icing and whatnot.
Denver approach, Roger, expect visual approach, runway 35 left.
How did I refresh the weather without going to the menu? Have a hotkey set up? I most certainly do. I have a command set to a button on my joystick for regenerate weather. It downloads and it regenerates the whole weather for me. And I do that every time I generally do that as I'm coming in on approach, just to make sure that I don't get banged with a weather update when I'm on short final or something. So yeah, regenerate weather, I think is the name of the command. 8 degrees Celsius, visible moisture, you can encounter icing. Gotcha. Sim Pilot 32, good to see you. The CRJ also has a banana bar, in addition to Boeing's. If Uncle Jack was stuck on a horse, would you help your Uncle Jack off?
Scouts 588 at Selby, contact tower 1.
You're not a very nice person. Hey, Rackers, welcome aboard. Denver Center, Eclipse 7 Tango Sierra, cancel IFR.
Eclipse 7 Tango Sierra, roger. And the traffic now off your 1 o'clock there, 9 miles southeast
Retard.
They're bound to the airport. And I forecastation is received. Squawk VFR, change advisory frequency approved.
Okay, Squawk VFR, change to advisory, 7 Tango Sierra, we'll see you in a few. Okay, punch that up there. Rocky Mountain Fly here for 12 months. Rocky Mountain Fly, thank you very much for your continued support. Cheers to you, my friend.
Connect NorCal departure 124.32.
Abyss, welcome aboard. I got baited into that for sure. We're using default clouds, yes.
Auto 717, delete the speeder sections.
Okay, let's go to CTAF. And we're going to pop in our TCAS. Oh, not TCAS. We'll go back.
Telluride traffic. It's November to Quebec. We're 10 miles to the west, inbound. Telluride, runway 9. Telluride traffic.
Okay. Put a call in here once we get a little closer. Should do it now. So traffic Eclipse is 20 miles to the west. Planning runway 9 or Telluride.
Ty, you want to make it a little dicey and do a circle for 27?
Hell yeah, let's do it.
Alright, circle for 27 then. We'll do it. Cool.
Right side or left side?
Let's do left downwind for 27.
Let's make it happen.
Telluride traffic, you got a white Learjet, 8 miles to the west, ending at left downwind from runway 27, Telluride.
Okay, airport elevation's only 9,000 feet, so I'm going to stay at 12 until we get sight on the field. We are now pointed at the field. So we're good there. Keep an eye out for Max here in the process. Let's go ahead and get some landing lights on. Boom. Taxi recognition, we'll get all that stuff on. Ice protection can come off now. Forward panel looks good. We're going to fly this course now until we get eyes on the airport, which that's it right there. I have the field. Okay, Telluride. Telluride is 9,070 feet. We're going to assume pattern altitude then is 10,500 feet. Once we get a little closer to the field here, we'll switch ourselves over to manual mode. We're going to fly a left downwind into a left base for runway 27. We know that the winds are currently reporting calm. And we know we've got some Learjet traffic up there in front of us. I'm going to pop the speed back here pretty soon. Approach speed in this plane is 99 knots. Let's see. Switch this over to terrain. Bring you down here. Switch you to utilities, checklists. Final approach speed, 99 knots. Flaps take off at 200 knots, full flaps at 140 knots. So 200 to 140 to 99. Okay. Runway's in sight. Autopilot's coming off. Telluride traffic, Eclipse 7 or 10 miles to the west, planning left traffic, runway 27. Telluride. Let's bring that speed back now. I do not have max in sight. I'm gonna keep my altitude a little bit higher till we get in line here. Flight director can now come off. So let's back, autopilot, flight director off. Just bothering me. 1,000 above pattern. That's as low as I really want to get right now.
Traffic number 2, Quebec's left down.
Who needs checklists, right? What's my field of view? It's like 85, I think. I believe it's 85. Let's go approach flaps. Showing 4 knots off my left wing, which means I'm going to have a right to left crosswind. I'm okay with that. Still don't see Max out there, but I got him on T, straight ahead of me on TCAS. 700 below. Why would I see him? I'm so terrible at spotting airplanes. To traffic, Eclipse left downwind, runway 27, Telluride. Of course, X-Plane's gonna make a nice mess out of this airport, but
Air traffic.
all good.
You got a white Learjet's turning left base, runway 27, Telluride.
Still don't see him. Yeah, it's about 2,000 above. Just keep descending. This is not how you'd normally fly a pattern, but I'm afraid of the mountains. Lights are set. Want to approach flaps and clear down here in a moment.
You got a white Learjet's turning final 27, side 2 mile final, Telluride.
Yeah, that's traffic on the ground, it looks like. There he is, I got him. Go gear down. Give him plenty of space. There's a beam. Make my base turn, we'll go flaps full. So traffic, Eclipse turning left base, runway 27, Telluride. Bring that speed back. About 500 feet per minute. Oh no. I didn't even think about this. I've done a bad thing. There's only one taxiway.
I got a back taxi.
Yes, you do. Telluride traffic. Eclipse is going to go around. We'll be left traffic runway 27, Telluride. I forgot there's only one taxiway, and it's on this side of the airport.
Telluride traffic, got a white
Okay,
Learjet,
positive rate,
taxiing
gear
down
up.
Runway 27, Telluride.
Go take off flaps. I totally forgot about that. Okay, we're in for 10,500 feet here in the climb. Pull the power back a touch. Traffic, Eclipse left crosswind, runway 27, Telluride. Bring the power back. Just pattern altitude right there. Just gonna keep spinning it right around in my downwind. Telluride traffic, Eclipse turning left downwind, runway 27, Telluride.
Telluride traffic, you got a white ledge jet. We're clear runway 279 at Alpha 3 Telluride.
I totally forgot about the damn back taxi. As soon as I turned base, I looked over. I'm like, ah, crap. Because I didn't brief you guys on this, but I briefed myself on the fact that the taxiway is at one end of the airport there. It's all right though. Gonna keep it nice and tight coming in here though. There's a beam. Let's go gear down. Traffic, Eclipse left base, runway 27, Telluride. Now it's clear. We're good to go. Sorcerer Dave, welcome aboard. Always going well, Dave. New England Flyer, thank you very much for the 12 months there. How am I loving this amazing warm Boston weather? Man, it's good, but it ain't gonna last. It's good weather, but it just ain't gonna last. Okay, approach flaps. I blew the flaps out there because I did over 140 knots. Traffic, Eclipse turning final runway 27, Telluride. Alright, let's go for 500 feet per minute. Overshot a little bit there, that's alright. That's a drone. I'm gonna ignore the fact that drone is there. We're landing. He'll get off the runway anyway. Oh gosh. Float. Dump the flaps on the brakes. Dude, I'm smoking the brakes right now. Telluride traffic, Eclipse back taxi runway 27, Telluride. And I think that was a drone that was coming in there or something. Or maybe that was another person. I don't know. No, it was a drone. I usually ignore the drones on PilotEdge because they tend to be a bigger pain in the butt than they're worth.
It's just.
Thanks. No reversers, nah.
We're just watching the float. It's nice.
I dumped the flaps as soon as I got on the ground. Plenty of space, right? Your tax dollars paid for that runway. You may as well use it all. I like it. I like it. Take my 60 degrees and shove it, yeah. I got 60 degrees for one more day, man. It's going to be absolute garbage tomorrow. Like, we're going to lose, I think, 30 or 40 degrees in about 6 hours. I can't even read that yellow name. Oliver, Oliver, welcome aboard, man. Good to see you. And then trying to put it, yeah, it was all right. I'll take it. I mean, I floated. The float was bad. The float was bad because I was way too fast on that approach. I should have extended my downwind probably another mile or so. And then I wouldn't have floated nearly as much because I was like 110, 115 crossing the threshold there. And the goal is to be 100 to be at 99 knots crossing the threshold. So that's the reason why we floated it. It's all right though. Probably not going to do a replay on that. We're probably just going to turn the plane and get out of here. So if I do the replay, then I feel like I have to reload the plane, reload the sim. And I don't really want to do that. Telluride traffic, Eclipse is clear, runway 27, Telluride. It slips well. I didn't even think about it. I was too busy trying to get lined up on the damn runway. Is that Max there? Yeah. We'll park next to him. Turn the strobe light off, landing lights off. Ah, this plane's so good, man. So good. May just be one more flight tonight and we call it quits. I'm not sure we're gonna make it back to Henderson, but we'll do Flagstaff next. Sorcerer Dave, by the way, it's good to see you, Toby. Hope you're doing well. Oh. I thought the T was a V. I thought the T was a V. And I got really confused for a second. Alright, park brake. And we will go ahead and turn... Actually, all we gotta do is... turn the bleed off. Nope, no bleed off. And then... Engines off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Telluride Airport. The little guy made it. Bring me my generator, please. Thank you. I'm kind of in the active taxiway here, but it's all right. Close enough. We made it. That was good. Excellent choice of airports. Oh, dude, this place is beautiful. I wish I had better zoom level out here, because it really is super pretty, and the 15 just doesn't do it any justice. But yeah, like willingly doing an approach into a box canyon, that's usually pretty dumb. Ooh, that's maybe my shot right there. I can make it more. Nope, that's the wrong way. I can make it more daytime, maybe. If I adjust. No. Let's do this. I want to get a screenshot here. So, let's zoom in. Grab the plane. Let's pull it up here just a touch. Should be okay right there, right? Yep. I mean, let's turn it a little bit. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There we go. That's a good shot right there. Might be my thumbnail. All right, guys. I'm going to take a small little break here. So I will see you in a few minutes. If you're taking off, thank you for sticking around. Or if you're taking off, thank you for stopping by. If you're sticking around, we'll see you here in a few minutes. We're going to make our way down to Flagstaff for the next flight. So if you're on PilotEdge, feel free to come join us. Our plane's not very fast, so as you saw. And we'll go from there. So yeah, be right back. My 8-year-old son wants to shoot. Wants a sim so he can shoot things down. Probably doesn't want to play my F117 because of graphics. If you want to shoot things down, War Thunder maybe? You could shoot things down at DCS, but that's pretty complicated for an 8-year-old. War Thunder or like, oh man, Ace Combat might be a good one there. Oxbox, we'll take it easy, man. We'll hopefully see you later. But yeah, all right, I'll be right back, guys. I gotta use the little boy's room. Probably make some more tea. BRB. The little pilot's room. Yes. All right. I think we lost Max. Coming for number 2, Max? You taking off? We are in Colorado, yep. Matt, thank you very much for the host, dude.
Traffic.
Hello, everybody from Matt's stream. Welcome aboard. Happy Friday. Hope you guys are doing well. We are in Telluride right now. Gonna fly the Eclipse tonight, the Aerobask Eclipse 550 NG, and just planning route number 2 out now, heading down to Flagstaff. Where's the music at? Kill that. There we go. K-Dog, welcome aboard. Che, Andy, Fen, Schwang, welcome aboard. Anowal, welcome aboard. Sky the Goaters, welcome aboard. Firehawk Sim, take it easy. It's Saturday morning, they say. Well, it is Saturday morning where you're at. Okay, happy Saturday then. I have no idea where you're at. All I can do is make an assumption. So we're flying out of Telluride. We're going to be in the Eclipse 550. We're flying on PilotEdge tonight, so I'm going to pick up my... we're going to grab clearance to the ground here, actually. I think I might be completely clearing a million, so... Yeah, we can grab clearance on the ground because there's nobody else flying out of here with us. Key in, by the way. Key in, Sweeney, good to see you, man. Welcome aboard. DJ Fast, welcome aboard. Sammy, welcome aboard. Belfast, welcome aboard. Rycaf, welcome aboard. Good to see you guys. Captain Dragus, hello there. Yeah, so got a nice easy flight program here. Nothing to really worry about. We just got into Telluride. Sorry, I'm also eating a mint. Just got into Telluride a few minutes ago. And it was cool. It's good little arrival. KTEX. And we're gonna head then from there to ETL. ETL. See you. And from ETL, we're gonna go direct to Flagstaff, or the Flagstaff VOR, and then we're gonna go to KFLG. All right. So if we look up, we get rid of all of these. Don't need you. Don't need you. Don't need you. Do need you. We will go to the airport information page for Telluride, so KTEX. And we'll go to the frequencies page. We see CTAF is 123.0, which we knew. There's no departure frequencies. Okay. I don't know who to call. I guess I go back to the same guy. We'll call 1857. That's who we were on last time. I guess it makes sense. There's no frequencies you could pick up while you're down here, so why would they publish them, right? So we'll try 1857 here. That should pick us up somebody. Get our clearance and get out of here. So, okay. Well, I was going to show you where to find the frequencies, but that's all right. We don't need it. So we'll call them up in a moment. We'll get the engines up and running, people and gas and all that stuff loaded, and then we'll get out of here. So turn the GPU off, go to weight, add a whole bunch of fuel to it. Great. Brake is set. Everything on the 4 panel looks good. We'll go engine number 1 on. Check the AFD. Yeah, I pulls from the AFD. I don't know. There's probably no there's no frequency you can pick up here, so you're probably just gonna make a phone call. It's alright though. We'll find somebody. Anyone own the new 757 by Captain Sim? There's a few people in here that have it. Daniel Cohen, welcome aboard. Why can't I give you my money? If you'd like to give me your money, you certainly can. There's a link down below that will take you to a donate page. I think it's buy the man a beer to donate. I never thought about setting up a donate command. First time it's come up. Daniel Cohen, thank you very much for the donation. It says Matt Davies is my city. I'm not sure what that means, but we'll go with it. Daniel Cohen, thank you very much. Cheers, buddy. Heli Pilot, good to see you, Chris. Happy Friday. Hope you're doing well. Roller 1199, good to see you. Matt Davies is king. Matt Davies is something, man. I don't know if Matt popped in here, but good to see you, buddy. Thanks for the host, and welcome aboard, everybody. What did Matt do tonight? He did some sort of long haul, right? Was he in the F&O? Let's start engine number 1. I know, such an easy start, right? Engine start switches to on. Done. That's it. Nothing else. We're good to go.
1142, roger.
All right, so I can pick him up. That's good.
450 Hotel Bravo, Seattle Center, IDEN.
Let's go beacon on. All right, good there. All that's good. Turn the bleeds on. Everything else looks fantastic here.
6701.
Okay. We go take off flaps. Do our flight controls. 2, 2. Boom. We're going to plan to take off runway 9er, so we'll set the autopilot up to go on 090. That's good. We're already in direct to ETL mode, so that's good. We will set our speed to 200 knots, and our initial altitude is going to be whatever we're cleared to. We'll go flight director, vertical speed, set that to 1500.
And Denver Center, North American 723 Bravo Alpha, would like to step away for 2 minutes.
Then we'll start out in heading mode. Okay, I can go all the way to the...
Number 723 Bravo Alpha, say again.
We'd like to step away for
there
about
it goes.
2 minutes.
3 Bravo Alpha, roger, advice man.
No!
Will do.
Oh!
Number 251 Charlie Victor, say again.
Alright. Make our way all the way down to the departure at a 27, and once we get down there, we'll give the center here a call up and let them know that we're ready to go. Get our clearance, and then we'll get IFR release.
Number 1 Charlie
Piece of
Victor,
cake.
roger, standby.
So we're flying out of an untowered airfield. Procedures here are just a little bit different than if you're flying out of a towered field, given that we don't have any ATC to guide us when we're on the ground. We could just take off and then call him up in the air, say, hey, we're climbing out of Telluride, and then ask for our clearance that way, but that's less fun. This plane's too difficult. I know, man. It's so complicated. Rob King, Utah. Welcome aboard, man. Hello from Boston. It's good to see you. Happy Friday. $25, $35. That's all right. We'll just call this one up. I know this will work. Thanks for digging that up, though. I'm actually surprised it didn't show up in ForeFlight like that. Like, if it's in the AFD, usually it shows up there, but that's all right. But I appreciate you digging it up, AJ. All right. Pull up there, put the park brake on.
Number 251 Charlie Victor, on departure remain south, direction remain north of the Lake Chabot at or below 2,000.
3-day weekend hype. That's right, Serby. Good to see you, man. Happy Friday. Probably be a Monday afternoon stream this week. Got some drones heading out of here. Denver Center, Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra. We're on the ground at Telluride looking to pick up our IFR clearance to Flagstaff.
717 Tango Sierra on request. November 0 Hotel Bravo, say approach request, advising of the weather.
Alright, give him a second. AV Aviation, welcome aboard. Good to see you. Happy Friday. Hope you're doing well. Monday hype indeed, yeah. It's Martin Luther King Day, and my employer believes in giving us all the days off that he possibly can, so I'm not going to complain. Little bonus flight sim stream in. This guy's not going to wait at all. That's a drone.
1 Charlie Victor, Oakland, ground run 2 right taxi via Charlie.
That's a drone, so he's just going to wreck us. Sit here for a second. And then up he goes. Boo-da-boo. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. This is rude of us to sit here like this, but there's nobody else at the airport, so I don't care. I don't get the purpose of drones. It gives you other targets to look out for. Gives you like traffic and whatnot to see. Kind of makes the world feel a little bit more lively.
Scout 393, connect
I usually look at the drones, but this airport it's kind of weird with the drones just because you have suicide operations pretty much always happening here.
3 Bravo Alpha's back on.
3 Bravo Alpha, roger. Connect upgrade center 124.32.
270 is what I want.
4.3.
Weren't you Unicom earlier? I was, yeah. I'm gonna go back to Unicom in a second. So I'm calling clearance up on the ground to get my clearance and then my IFR release. What he'll basically do is close the field down to IFR traffic until I'm out of here and in touch with him. So I'll have VFR traffic can still leave, but I'll have exclusive rights to this field as far as IFR concerns once he gives me the clearance. Because he'll say cleared for release, clearance void if not off by such and such and such and such, and give me the current time and whatnot.
Scout is 393, Salt Lake Center, roger. Number 723 Bravo Alpha, Albuquerque Center, roger. Albuquerque Alpha.
I think I learned pilot is training. Yeah, I think they covered it in one of the I ratings, but I don't recall. Actually, don't recall. It doesn't come up very often. Like we don't do a lot of untowered ops, in the sim. And if we do untowered ops, usually they're
November 717, Sierra clearance available.
Ready to copy, 7 Tango Sierra.
November 7 Tango Sierra, clear to the Flagstaff Airport as filed, maintain flight level 260. Departure frequency 118.57. And squawk 5403. Hold for release.
Go to Flagstaff, apps filed, flight level 260 on departure, 118.57, squawk 5403, 7 Tango Sierra, and we're first in line.
Remember 7 Tango Sierra, ready, release for departure, clearance void if not off in 5 minutes.
Okay, release for departure, clearance void off by, not off and by 5 minutes, 7 Tango Sierra. Okay, now we go to CTAF. Let's do the transponder real quick. So transponder code 5403, 5403. If I wanted to be a true badass, what I would do is put in 1857 57 there. Put that up there. Turn the monitor on for frequency 2. So now I can listen to center and also communicate on CTAF.
Delta 1120 Seattle Center descend via the
we got the code in.
altimeter 3041.
Crap, 540. Okay. We're squawking altitude with the code. Good to go. Okay, so flaps, so lights, and the camera's now set. With that set up there, action. We got flaps, we got all our buttons and whatnot where we want them to be. Okay. Telluride traffic clips taking off runway 27 straight out departure Telluride.
November 1 Charlie Victor, radar contact, say altitude.
Okay, clear to the left. I'm gonna say clear to the right, even though I can't see out there. Clear to the right. All right, get some sound going here. Here we go. Let's go flying. I want as much runway as I can get here because it's a high altitude takeoff. It's a high altitude takeoff. We're going to use pretty much this whole runway, I bet. Engine's up and stable. There's power. Roughly. Airspeed's alive. Instruments green. Rotation speed's 91 knots.
Number 0 Hotel Bravo cross
Like I said, we're going to use most of this runway.
Clear to RNAV runway 16 approach.
There's rotation. Positive rate. Here.
November 1 Charlie Victor, radar service terminated, squawk VFR, frequency change approved.
Telluride traffic, Eclipse, upwind runway 27, Telluride. Bring the flaps in. Autopilot can come on. Just keep monitoring here for this climb. Bringing the speed up to 200 knots. Okay. That's a drone. It's a drone, but we'll get out of his way. Telluride traffic, Eclipse clearing the departing the area to the west. Last call, Telluride. Yeah, let's turn towards our fix here. We'll grab ETL. We go all the way to 26,000. Let's go direct. Go to nav mode. Bring that down a touch. We'll go ahead and switch ourselves over to nav 1. We'll stop monitoring comm 2. We'll make our call. Denver Center, Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra, 11,700, climbing flight level 260.
Number 717 Tango Sierra, Denver Center, ident.
Ident. Should be an ident.
Number 7 Tango Sierra, KTEX 6 miles west of Telluride Airport. Climb and maintain flight level 260 for now.
I maintain flight level 260, Eclipse 7 Tango Sierra. Okay, coming up on 200 knots, so we'll go to IAS mode. See that nose start to point up. Let's pull the power back a touch here. And we can change this over to map. There we go. Keep going, direct ETL. What happened to the weather? Yeah, the weather cleared up. Like the field itself actually cleared up to clear skies when we got on the ground. Ernie the Cat's right. Since we were VMC, we could have taken off, received the clearance in flight. When it's IMC, you're taking off from an uncontrolled field. You have to get clearance before takeoff. If you can contact flight services, that's easiest. If not, you can call them by phone. Basically, get exclusive rights to the airport. Got the new Caravan for X-Plane, really fun, with 3 G1000s in it. Nice, dude. Who released a Caravan? Did Caronado put theirs out? I wasn't aware of any Caravans that had a bunch of G1000s, but I know Caronado has their Caravan. I'm guessing this must be the one. Nope. This has been updated for X-Plane 11, but I don't see any G1000s. Oh, the Quest Kodiak. Okay. Yeah, it was released. I have a copy of it. I just haven't flown it yet. Ice Wizard, welcome aboard, by the way. Happy Friday.
No clearance flights are set final set left Charlie IFR 2 Modesto.
Number 757 Papa Charlie, we don't clearance standby.
Okay. Just monitoring, make sure everything's good. We're pressurizing. That's fantastic. We get the taxi lights off, gears up, lights out, and all that. Flaps are in. Yeah. Up we go. Here comes our turn to Flagstaff. We're direct 2 now for the next 240 miles. This is like going to be one of the most uninteresting flights. But goodbye Telluride and that beautiful scenery. Hell yeah.
November 757 Papa Charlie, clear to the Modesto Airport via Reno 9er departure. Vectors
so
to Skull Valley, then as filed.
That's a fun airport to fly into.
16,000.
Scotty Adair, good to see you, buddy. Happy Friday. Hope you were doing well. Dan in Vermont, happy Friday to you as well.
On that departure procedure. Which one was that?
I did not see you the first time, Dan, so thanks for reminding me. Matt 1997 Air, welcome aboard.
All right, I've got clear to Modesto via the Reno 9er.
For VFR flight, should I stick with the Baron and 172 in training, or do you guys have a better plane I can buy? Honestly, the 172 and the Baron are pretty decent.
Number 7, Papa Charlie, read that correct.
I would just stick with those for now. Like there's certainly other planes you can buy if you think that you're interested in the airframe. The Cherokee 140 by V-Flight Air is pretty fun. The Aero is pretty good too, but like the stock stuff is pretty good if you're just getting started with some VFR stuff. Unlisted Web, welcome aboard. He says I like the default 172 with the G1000. Yep. Any of the Aerobask planes are always good. Yeah. I mean, Aerobask makes good stuff. So we have 2992. We turn our landing lights off. Back to looking out the window. Farmer Medic, take it easy, man. Thanks for joining us. Have a good night. If I got time during cruise, I'm recommend checking these out. I'll check them out. Thanks for the link. Throttle Tech. Those look expensive. Cool, but very expensive. I'm sure. Aerobask is one of my favorite developers, man. They're so good. Like, everything that they put out is pretty much gold. I'm very much looking forward to their next project. We'll be flying that around a lot. Oh, here it comes. Oh, it's too early for that, man. Hey, Tim, are you here, buddy? You still going live tonight? They're posting. They're posting clips of me in Discord. Not for the Epic Q1000 with damn sound update. I think they're working on that stuff, yeah. I mean, they just got the sound person in there. They got the, her name is, I know her nickname is Danny. I don't know what her real name is or what her full name is. But the same person that did the sounds for the 737-200 update also did the sounds for the Velocity and the Panthera. And I believe is, like, she's basically turning into the sound person for most of these guys. So... Hopefully they'll do some sound updates. Like the Epic could really use some good updates. Like I would love it if this plane got some sound updates too. But like this one's not terrible. Certainly not the worst. Charter, good to see you. Steak says, why the yawn? I know, man. I know, it's real bad. It's real bad. Downloaded 5.6 gigs worth of Cessna Rocks deliveries for the Flightpack 320. I don't think I have quite that many, but I certainly have more than a few. I think that they've announced it. Like, I don't want to say what the product is, but I think Aerobask has actually announced what it's going to be. Because I think I've seen people say it in here. But yeah, I don't know. I usually I get the beta. Like I'm on the beta team for Aerobask. So I guess that's a good like full disclosure sort of moment. So I'll have the plane. I'll have the plane before anybody else will, for better or worse. And usually I'm allowed to stream like the last couple betas. Like once they've gotten close to what they consider a release candidate, it's sort of a back and forth to say, all right, we think it's ready to go now, or it's ready to be shown. So yeah, hopefully we'll have to, hopefully we'll be able to show it off here in a couple weeks, or in a few weeks, I should say. Trying to see. I'm trying to look in the forums to see what he's posted.
November 7 Tango Sierra, contact Denver Center 118.22.
1822 7 Tango Sierra. All right, 11822. Denver Center, Eclipse 7 Tango Sierra, or Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra, flight level 242, climbing flight level 260.
November November 717 Tango Sierra, Denver Center, climb maintain flight level 280.
I maintain flight level 280, Eclipse 7 Tango Sierra.
Delta 1120, contact Portland approach.
28,000, that's our final for this flight. I don't know, I'll have to go dig it up. Send me a PM bill. I'm pretty sure that they've announced it publicly, but I don't want to say anything. It's gonna be cool. Bay Area Aviation, good to see you. Wish I could join you tonight for the flight, but not near my rig. It's all good, man. We're having a good time here, doing our flight down to Flagstaff. Got about 38 minutes to go till we get to Flagstaff. I'm sure that number's gonna come down once we get to cruise and speed up here. I think this is probably gonna be it for me tonight. I was thinking about doing 3 legs, but I don't know. I'll see how I feel. I think I'm gonna try to do a stream on Monday afternoon because I got the day off. So we'll do a little European friendly times. Bullet DK, welcome aboard. Keith praises the Double Trouble Baron on X-Plane forums with stock. Excuse me, with stock sound. There you go. Yeah, that's right. Somebody did update the Baron. So the Baron that's been updated for free on the org forums. Also, if you want to fly the 172, I'd grab the rep pack for it. This URL not found here for 7 months. Hey, yo, somewhere from Connecticut on an Amtrak. This URL not found. Cheers, man. I'm glad you're at least able to get your trip underway one way or another. I'm surprised the Amtrak's running, though, given the state of the T this week. It's been a pretty bad week for public transit, from what I understand. Thank you very much for 7 months, though. I really appreciate it, man. Atlanta's doing well with the traffic. Nice. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Somebody had told me last week that apparently Toronto on VATSIM had all of their controllers basically quit, like right before this event. Excuse me. So they were struggling to get controllers, and they were struggling to have controllers that were familiar with the airspace. So it sounds like that might have contributed to some of the issues that we encountered. Somewhere on the org forums, Kyokin, there's a post. What is it? What is somebody like Double Trouble Baron? I think is what it was called. But somewhere on the org forums there's a post about a Double Trouble Baron that's updated. It's probably in the file section, to be honest, but it's freeware update for it. I think new sounds or whatever. Why the 550 NG today to get an update? I like this one. So yeah, the reason why I'm flying this plane, so earlier this week there was a flying that was organized by some folks that I tagged along for, and it was Tucson out to El Paso, and being the kind and considerate person that I am, I said, you know what I need to do? I need to fly a 350 knot aircraft and make sure I get at the front of the pack, just to make the vectoring and all the just to make it an interesting flight for everybody. So what I did was I decided I'd fire up the Eclipse because I hadn't flown this thing for a while. It was only like a 250 mile flight, so it wasn't that long. And I knew that it would be a really good flight for this particular plane. I also knew that if I got out in front of everybody, there'd be a lot of interesting delay vectors and stuff like that happening because they're going to go 450, 500 knots. I'm only going to be doing about 350 knots. And as luck would have it, that's exactly what happened. It was interesting, to say the least. And then we got out to El Paso, and El Paso was like 40 knots, gusting 55. Like, I wish I was kidding with that, but I'm not. Pull the power back a little bit here, about 95, 95.5 or so. So I got out there, and the winds were blowing at like 40 gusts 55. Like, it was crazy. They were pretty much straight down the runway, but just a little bit off. And as I'm coming in on my first approach, I got a gust of wind that blew me right off the center line at like 100 feet. So I punched it, I went around, did the pattern, came back, and landed. In the process of me landing, I landed long because I'm an idiot. And I caused a guy behind me to have to do a go-around, so he had to go around the pattern again. It was a neat event. It was fun. But flying that and flying this airplane again made me realize how much I enjoyed this airplane. So I wanted to fly it tonight. I did the FlyJ Sim 737 last week. I know a lot of guys are flying the 732 tonight because the big update for that just came out today, if you weren't aware. And I really I enjoyed the update. I really did. I just didn't want to fly the same plane 2 weeks in a row. And this one seemed sufficiently different, close enough to being general aviation, and just, I don't know, just fun. I haven't touched it in a while, and it's a good plane. It deserves some more publicity, in my opinion. So that's the long and drawn-out reason as to why I'm flying this airplane. Double Trouble Baron, really good, but copy the F-mod sounds from the stock Baron. The hybrid is awesome. There you go. Okay. I'm at 28,000 feet. We're good. 28,000 is our cruise altitude for this leg. This turned out to be the most efficient for us. You notice we're burning about 25 to 30 gallons an hour more than we were at 41,000. But we're also going to end up going a little faster here too, I think. It also didn't take us, 8 years for us to get up there. So I got about half an hour showing until we get to Flagstaff. Plenty of time to sit here and stare at the desert. It's crazy when you're actually flying out. I don't know if you guys have never flown in over the desert Southwest in the real world. Like it's nuts. Like as soon as you leave the Great Plains, like once you hit the sort of Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado area, it just turns into this just orange, barren wasteland. There's nothing out there. It's beautiful. It's absolutely stunningly beautiful, but there's just nothing to see for miles and miles and miles. And the sim definitely does a good job of portraying that, especially with the ortho photo here. It's pretty yeah, it's pretty cool.
Remember 450 Del Bravo Drive for Kansas.
But Flagstaff's fun airport to fly into. Be a good time. Did I register for Flight Sim Expo? Not yet. I will soon. I'm gonna be. We got some stuff we're planning for Flight Sim Expo. So do go if you can. Computer Flying also, welcome aboard, man. It's good to see you. For what it's worth, EADT X737 and 738 were released today, also along with the X737 FMC. Yeah, I got an email about the update for that. I'll have to probably check that out soon, too. Any word on the release of the 737 Ultimate? Do not know. Eastern Oregon. It's very similar to Eastern Oregon, yeah, isn't it? We'll do some more flying out there soon. Done a lot of Pacific Northwest stuff lately, so I figured we'd come down to the desert.
Skywards 393, connect Salt Lake Center 128.55.
Most beautiful approach I've ever been on in the U.S. was Salt Lake City in the winter. I can see that.
Skywards 393.
But yeah, we got some cool stuff planned for Flight Sim Expo. I'm working with Chewy. I'm collaborating with Chewy 94 on some stuff, and it should be fun. Once we've got some things a little bit more finalized, we'll be able to announce what's happening. But working with Chewy, working with the other guys like Max and Josh and those guys to get them all out there. Actually, I haven't talked to Josh yet, but I'm pretty sure we can get Josh to Vegas for a weekend, and yeah, just see what happens. Have a good time. Might try to get a like streamer and viewer meetup like the night before Flight SimCon too. Is one of the ideas that I had. Seeing who's interested in meeting up somewhere, grabbing a beer or two, and just kind of meeting up before the event itself, before everything gets super crazy. So I don't know. I have no idea how many people would even be interested in something like that. Probably quite a few, but we'll probably send some survey monkeys and stuff out down the road, because I know that if we can commit to a certain number of people going to one of these events, then we can get some money off basically on drinks and whatnot. Or get, special space for us or, whatever, like it happens to be. So, it's cool stuff. I'm excited, man. Flight Sim Expo is going to be a lot of fun. I haven't heard anything about Flight SimCon, though. Their website's not looking too great. I have no idea what's going on with that event in Dallas. I hope that it doesn't fall through, but I definitely have some fears that maybe they're not going to be able to pull together an event like they have the last few years. Kind of buy the Eclipse now. I think I'll do that. Yeah, Kyoka, man, it's a good plane. Like it's not super complicated. It's not super difficult to fly, but it's a fun. Like it's just different. Like speed wise, it's very similar to the Eclipse. You ain't going very fast in this thing, that's for sure. Like we're only doing Mach 0.6, and that's about the fastest that you're going to get out of it. But it's a very enjoyable plane to fly. Like I enjoy the hell out of this thing. It's the closest to like a solid like a. It's probably the best private jet that we have. Like the CL30 is pretty good. The Challenger is very good, but it's a, you know, it's a dated product at this point. It's just not quite to the quality that this one is. So I'm okay with it for now. Thank you, airline bonus. Nice. Tim Rodeo, good to see you, man. Happy Friday. Welcome aboard. I wish the Eclipse had VNAV for maximum lazy flying. Ah, dude, it's so easy to figure it out, though. I guess it does have an auto throttle. I forgot about that. I forget that it has an auto throttle because I think Aerobask did some custom work to make this auto throttle function. Because remember, it was one of the things that, if I recall, it was one of the things that sort of delayed this plane for a bit.
Solid altimeter 3039er.
Who's running Flight Sim Expo? How did Flight Sim Con crash? Talking Gerbil, welcome aboard. Flight Sim Expo is being put on by some of the folks that are involved with Boston Virtual.
November 3 Bravo Alpha.
I don't know the full story. I don't really know what's going on, other than there's been a split between the company that owned Flight Sim Con and those gentlemen, and they started Flight Sim Expo. So they didn't tell me the full story, and honestly, I didn't ask, and honestly, I don't care. I am more than happy to work with them on the expo. Never heard anything from Flight Sim Con, so, you know, whatever. I harbor no ill will towards anybody in this regard. I really don't care. McMinn 1981, new to channel, no smoming flight. I don't know what that means.
November 7 Papa Charlie Gunner Dockland.
There's a freeware Gulfstream 4. There is, actually. I have it installed. I just haven't run it yet. I like the Challenger. Like, the D-Den Challenger is pretty good. Like, it's a solid airplane. It's very, like, in my opinion, it's one of the more underrated airplanes in the sim. Eclipse says banana bar VNAV. That's all you need, man. All you need is a banana bar.
November 757 Papa Charlie Oakland Center Roger. Lake Tahoe altimeter 3041.
Eclipse is easy driving a car, but VNAV, we don't have to have pesky things like descent profiles. Fair enough. No smoking. Yeah, it's no smoking flight, man. We'll light our cigars up once we get on the ground at Flagstaff and call it a night.
Delta 1741.
Will there be an after party in the 7879 that I mentioned? Oh, dude, that'd be... Imagine that. Like, imagine that. That'd be really cool. I doubt it, though. I don't think we can afford that. Cockpit looks cheesy. You know, their modeling and their texturing is
Delta 1120.
You know, not always the best, but it gets the job done. I'm not a visuals person anyway. Other people can sit here and rate and talk about the visuals of a product. I generally don't care. Captain Morgan, happy Friday. It's good to see you. Saw on the forums, if possible, CS100 looks really well modeled. Yeah, I mean, if any airplane that comes out that is high quality, I will probably be willing to pick up. I generally have no issue with that. So yeah, anything that comes out that's high quality, man, we'll pick up and we'll give it a go.
Delta 1741.
How does one activate the Flight Factor A320? Very good question. If you go in the FMC, get the FMC up and running and whatnot, and in one of the McDo menus, there's an option to activate there. So you can paste your code in, you can say activate, and it'll tell you if it's activated or deactivated in that menu. I forget the exact way to get there. Lost Flight Simmer, welcome aboard. Happy Friday.
1741.
It's all good, McMinn.
Delta 1120.
We're all a little dyslexic.
Turn left heading 130. Maintain 3000.
Yo-Yo Z refused my suggestion to simulate a banana dispenser in the cabin. D-Den Challenger is the best FSE plane. Yeah, it's pretty good. Buy a DC-3. Maybe someday. The DC-3 doesn't really interest me, to be honest. McMahon says, how long you been flying? We've been live for just about 3 hours today. So this particular flight, we've been up in the air for maybe 20 minutes or so. Making our way down to Flagstaff. Look at that, man. Aside from those crappy contrails. Oh, it's so good. Love this sim. Never mind the line there. Orthophoto's got some problems here and there. The creases being one of them. That's all right, though. AB Aviation, welcome aboard. Been going for about 3 hours.
Delta 1142, descend at pause discretion, maintain flight level 2.
Imagine financing a multi-million-dollar plane. Somebody has to. Somebody has to.
November 3 Bravo Alpha, connect tower 120.3.
Anyone have an issue with X-Plane with the only first 2 series being loaded? I have not had that problem. Buck Entertainment, welcome aboard. I'm doing pretty well, man. How are you? Cray G. Who's Cray G? That's one I have not yet seen. What do they stream? Looking at some emotes here in the channel. I'm not complaining about the emotes. I actually don't. I love to see the different emotes. But yeah, it's interesting to have, you know, have stuff. Ah, Cray G is the Craigasm guy. Got it.
Alpha Katara, wind 310 at 14, gust 24, runway 26, clear to land, and wind depart.
That makes more sense now. Surprised how well the ortho came out for Florida. Evergrades look green when look great coming into Miami. That's good. The ortho scenery up near the Boston area was all taken in like the fall and the winter. So actually, I think it's the winter time. So like everything's brown. Like New England's a very green area during the summertime and whatnot, but the ortho scenery is all just super brown, which is kind of unfortunate. Just want to drop in, let you know the channel helped me learn to flight sim 727, flight vector 757. Thanks for the help, or thanks for doing. Keep it up. Awesome, dude. I really appreciate it. I'm happy to help. New to the scene, can I donate or help out? So if you're truly hell bent on supporting the channel, I will not say no. If you're on Twitch, if you scroll down, there's 2 options. You can subscribe to the Beer of the Month Club, which is a $5 subscription. Half that money goes to Twitch, half of that money goes to me, and it gets you some emotes here on Twitch. It also gets rid of advertisements and things like that. You can do it for free once a month with a Twitch Prime account. There's also the option to buy me a beer, which is just a straight up here has, you know, here's $3, you know, thanks. Again, I really appreciate it. I take most of the money, I put it into either my real world flying or back into the sim here, and try to make the show a little bit better. But yeah, I'm happy that I was able to help. Honestly, to hear people come in and say thank you for putting this together, or thank you for helping me learn this or that, like that's kind of what I'm after. Like that's what gives me the warm and fuzzies. It makes me feel real good. Now, if somebody buys me a beer, man, like I can't say no to a free beer. So there's that. But thanks, dude. Thank you very much for dropping in. I do appreciate it, and for saying hello. Yeah, definitely come in the Discord. The dankest of memes, not even close, man. The Discord is so chill and laid back. Although I saw that Flying Tail Dragger, I don't know if he's still here. I saw Flying Tail Dragger's back in the mix, so we'll see what Justin has to contribute here. He got awfully quiet when he started college. Should I get the EADT 737-700, and will you get it now that it has the updated FMC? Now that I see that it's out again, and for X-Plane 11, I'll probably check it out in the next couple of weeks. Yeah, I haven't touched that plane in a long time, but yeah, we'll probably check it out. I have the X737 FMC. Like I bought the Payware FMC a couple years ago when the 3D cockpit version of that whole thing came out. So we'll give it a go. Yeah, we'll take a look at it soon. Such a humble guy. Just send us your PayPal already. Right? I think you can go to I think it's 717 Tango or 717ts.xyz/donate. Like if you're hell bent on it, but again, whatever. I won't say no. I will say like the little bit of extra money that comes in through the Twitch subscriptions and the donations and whatnot have been awesome. Like they've afforded me the opportunity to go seek out and obtain my PPL, and to also build this ridiculous home studio that would have never gotten built any other way. Like, I never in a million years thought that this is what I would be doing on a Friday night as my hobby, is broadcasting to a group of 250 people live and probably another 5,000 people after the fact. Like it's been a pretty crazy couple of years, that's for sure. And ultimately, like, all of this stuff led to me having my current job, which I'm a professional content creator now. Like that's what I do for a living. So it's been very strange, very surreal the last few years. Your YouTube video, how to set up the X-Plane 11, solved my frame issues. Awesome, dude. I'm happy to hear that. It's a 2 hour, like that X-Plane 11 setup video is a 2 hour long video, but man, we crammed everything in there. Like that was, you saw it. It was beginning to end. Here's a fresh sim, and here's now a sim that's doing all the things that we wanted to do. Okay, I gotta do some descent planning here. Flagstaff is 7,000 feet. We're at 28,000 feet, so we gotta go down. We gotta go down 21,000 feet, which, if you remember, means that it's gonna take us about 63 miles to get down. So, we are going to want to head down about another 30 miles will be top of drop. So we'll ask for our descent here in probably 15 to 20 miles. About 5 more minutes or so. The EADT 737-700 is free. Yes, it is. So everybody should try it. And I'm assuming it's gonna have a 3D version of the new FMC, which is quite good. Like the default X-Plane FMC now is pretty decent. McMinn says, do you have it where you see follows? I don't know, actually. I would rather somebody come in here not follow me and say hello than to have them come in here, follow me, and not say anything. Like, I appreciate people following, and I hope that it's a way for them to come back and enjoy the stream, but I generally, I'm not the person to call out follows. And honestly, there's so many people, like, I do everything I can in my power. If you say hello in chat, I'm going to do everything I can to say hello back to you. Unless you catch me at a time where I'm super busy, like during the takeoff and the landing. Does this game accurately model all of its terrain? Can you access airfields like obscure set runway in the middle of the Everglades? Thrill, Gamir?
Alpha Victor
I'm going to go Thrill Gamer. Welcome aboard, man. Yeah, so the texture, so we're looking at texturing that is Bing Maps being transposed onto the sim. And then all the terrain data that you see comes from, I believe, the U.S. Geological Survey or something along those lines. So the actual layout of the terrain and the way everything looks is true to real life as we're pretty much going to get. Damn near every airport is modeled in this sim. That includes little like 1,500-foot dirt strips I've seen in a few places, all the way up to the biggest international airports. So chances are pretty good that if you've got that obscure strip that's just down the road that you really want to check out, like in the middle of nowhere, it's probably in the sim. Like there's a huge collection of stuff here, which is pretty cool. So if you're interested, you can check out the demo from Xplane.com, and I think in the demo you can probably find out if your local airport is covered. Like, go look it up on SkyVector, find the code for it, and then see if you can find it. But yeah, I've only found maybe a couple of airports that haven't been in here, and it's been like the most obscure, like northern Canadian kind of stuff.
November 7 Tango Sierra, descent at Palace discretion, maintain 15,000, Flagstaff altimeter 3035.
15,000 and 35, 7 Tango Sierra.
November 7 Papa Charlie, contact NorCal approach 127.4.
15,000. And we'll go 2,000 feet per minute, put a minus in there, and then we'll go to vertical speed mode. Start our descent.
November 41598, standby.
35 on the altimeter there. Tim says, I bet only 4,997 people will watch the YouTube video. Yeah. It's not quite 5,000. My estimate is that there's about 1,500 to 2,000 people that regularly tune into the VODs here.
The Modesto,
just based on the way the numbers work and the way that, like, the shorter videos show up. So like there's 14,000 some odd people that follow on YouTube, but I think about 1,500 to 2,000 that actually watch the videos. Like TNT, you can land there. It's dynamite, TNT. That's all I know. The sound didn't work. What's going on?
Squawk 3470, ident, and say equipment suffix.
Captain Morgan, we'll try this again. There we go. Captain Morgan, thank you very much for your donation. Here you go. Keep it up. Thanks so much. I figured out the FMC from your videos. Captain Morgan, man, I really appreciate it. Cheers to you, buddy. And thank you very much for dropping by tonight. Thanks for the tip.
Contact clear to the Monterey Airport as filed. Climb and maintain 17,000.
I don't do things exactly the way it's supposed to be done, but I try to get it done good enough. That's all you can ask for sometimes. X-Plane includes a box canyon strip in Idaho. Yeah. Did my 2 hour setup video go through Ortho's setup?
Delta 1120.
No. So the 2 hour setup video only goes through the steps necessary to take my existing ortho collection, my existing custom scenery collection, and put that into the new sim. So it was me upgrading from X-Plane 10 to X-Plane 11 and taking all of my old custom scenery and putting it in the new sim.
November 7 Tango Sierra, connect out Gregory Center 124.5.
124.5, 7 Tango Sierra. Upgrade Center, Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra, flight level 240, descending 15,000.
November 717 Tango Sierra, Albuquerque Center, roger.
So,
1741,
if you want to look up a tutorial for setting up ortho, I believe either Q8 Pilot or maybe Thomas Rasmussen. Like, I think Q8 Pilot actually did a tutorial on getting ortho up and running. I haven't done one.
393, reduce speed to 210.
I'm a little concerned about the potential copyright implications of saying this is how you take, you know, potentially copyrighted pictures and put them over your scenery. So, but I know that there are definitely some videos that are out there to tell you how to set up the ortho. Thanks for this response. I've always been intrigued by that giant runway in the middle of the Everglades. Yeah, so the giant runway in the middle of the Everglades is interesting. So actually I just heard about this on, oh man, Premier One Driver's YouTube channel. They were flying from Key West back to Opelika in Florida, and they passed over that runway. And I guess it was originally intended to be a relief airport for Miami, but it was so far away from the city and whatnot that it just didn't, it wasn't really usable. It wasn't feasible to use that thing. So it still exists as like a relief or the emergency airport or something. Like it still exists for you know, something to go out there, but it was never quite seen to its fullest of potential. Hammer Stan, welcome to the Beer of the Month Club. Hammer Stan, thank you very much for your support, sir. Cheers to you, man. Appreciate it. Is this an Aerobask? Yes, it is. Do exclamation point plane, you get a link to it. Sorry, I'm way behind on chat. Watch the last couple of VODs for the second landing since you always switch to audio only on the live streams. Yeah, right? The freaking, oh my gosh. The internet connection is doing great tonight, so I don't know. I don't know if that was for me or not. Internet connection is doing fantastic tonight. I don't know if it's a result of the cold weather or maintenance by Comcast or what, but yeah. Frodor 21, welcome aboard. Stealth Talon 4, good to see you. This is flight number 2. Heading into Flagstaff currently. What are you going to do shared cockpit with Jeff again? Soon. I got to talk to Jeff this weekend and figure some stuff out. So one of the things on our list of things to plan is to get some shared cockpit going again. So we need to get Jeff back into flight sims.
1142, 124.
Hardest bit about ortho is finding good sources outside of North America and Europe. Yes, it is. Edward Lang, welcome aboard. Baffling Port 5, welcome aboard. Happy Friday. Glad to have you here. Originally built for supersonic transport and then it was canceled. Ah, that makes sense too. PLANE.
Delta 1142, Portland approach.
Like airplane.
ILS running 10 left approach.
Hammer Stan says 12 months lurking, first month subscribing. Well, we're happy to have you here, man. Lurkers unite, right, man? Cheers. I really do appreciate it.
1142 Roger.
Dogo DR, welcome aboard. What's the difference between ortho and mesh? So mesh is the actual like layout of the scenery. So the mesh says this is what the mountain looks. This is what the mountain is shaped like, and then the ortho is a layer of textures that sits on top of the mesh. So the mesh is the model, and the ortho are the textures on top. So you got to have both. And actually, ortho for XP generates both.
November 7 Papa Charlie, local approach 120.95.
Good question, though. San Francisco peaks up ahead. I have no idea. It's telling me Humphreys Peak. It must be San Francisco's peak. So there's Humphreys Peak right here. And then Kendrick Peak over on the right. That might be Kendrick right there.
Yeah,
we're getting super close to Flagstaff here. Like 35 miles out. We'll be able to see the airport here pretty soon, actually. Straight ahead of me somewhere. Put our binocular vision on. It's out there somewhere. 700 to go. Oh yeah, elevation data and whatnot too.
Number 7 Papa Charlie, turn left heading 160.
Do I have zoom level 19 at airports? Negative. We're flying into another 15 area. So I have 17 in SoCal. Like I have 17 in the old PilotEdge area, and 17 around all the Bravos and some of the Charlies in the expansion area. But for the most part, I'm zoom level 15 pretty much everywhere out here. Fire up about 92%. We are burning the gas now, man.
Tango Sierra, descend and maintain 12,000.
12,000, 7 Tango Sierra. Okay,
Scout is 393, left heading 070.
Get our lights on now because we're going into a high altitude airport. We're below 18,000 feet, so we'll just call it lights on. We'll go to vertical speed mode. We'll nudge that nose down again. About 2,000 feet per minute.
393, descend and maintain 7,000.
Hold power back. Let's
November 7 Tango Sierra, contact Phoenix approach 133.57.
13357, 7 Tango Sierra. All right, so 13357. And so if you're also wondering, so we are talking to a real person. There are other planes that are also flying that this person has. He's a virtual controller being paid to provide us virtual air traffic control services. That service is PilotEdge.net. So we're going to grab the Flagstaff weather here. Winds are calm. 10 mile visibility, clear skies. Altimeter 3036. 036. Phoenix approach, Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra, 13,500, descending 12,000 with the Flagstaff weather.
November 717 Tango Sierra, Phoenix approach, expect visual approach, runway 21.
We'll expect that 7 Tango Sierra. Okay, visual 21's basically straight in. So we're pretty much pointed straight at the runway right now. And it must be on the other side of that ridge. Yeah, there's the city of Flagstaff. So if I use my binocular vision, zoom in. There's Flagstaff, and there's the runway way out there. So I could call the field, but I'm not going to do it yet. Freaking clearing a million out here, man. All right. Is there an ILS that I can tune into for some vertical guidance here? Flagstaff. So let's pull.
Scout is 393,
Or
contact
flight
tower
up.
32.65.
ILS 21. Yep. Okay. So we'll tune into this ILS just so we have some vertical guidance for us. It's going to be 110.5
solid tower, runway 34
and
left,
a course of 214. One 11750, and we'll punch the course in here once we pop ourselves out of VNAV
solid
mode.
tower, runway 34 left, clear to land, wind calm, 1 departure prior to your arrival.
At the field. My speed here.
November 7 Tango Sierra, Flagstaff 12 o'clock, 17 miles.
Insight 7 Tango Sierra.
November 7 Tango Sierra, clear visual approach, runway 21.
Clear visual approach runway 21, Eclipse 7 Tango Sierra. All right, so we're going to go to, I'm going to sync up the heading bug, 213 here. We're going to go to heading mode, so we'll push that button right there. We will then change our nav type over to nav 1. So that's going to put us on the, nav 1, which is tuned into the ILS. 110.5. I put the wrong frequency in there, 11050. Transfer that. So that's going to be the Flagstaff localizer, great. And then 214 on the course. So 214 on the course. That's going to line us right up there. So we are currently above the glide slope. Take over control here. We'll start descending ourselves down. And we'll get left a little bit here so we can get on this path. So we're on a visual approach, but I'm going to use the vertical guidance from the localizer and from the glide slope to get myself in. Just it's easier when you have these like super long straight-in approaches to do something like that. XM1092 says, I'd say even ZL16 is a good compromise. I think you're right. Whenever I do this all over again, I'll probably do a lot more 16 and a lot less 17. Games 25 or 2015, 2016. Welcome aboard, man, or welcome back. You were in here earlier. I saw you, man. I saw you.
Southwest 146, then return standby.
All right, pop ourselves over to the left here just so we can get away from these mountains.
Connect departure.
Little bit of a tailwind right now. That's probably going to erode by the time we get down here. X-Plane basically insists on always having some sort of wind at the airports, it seems.
November 7 Tango Sierra, connect Flagstaff Tower 134.55.
Over to tower, 7 Tango Sierra. 13455. Flagstaff Tower, Eclipse 717 Tango Sierra, and the visual 2-1.
November 717 Tango Sierra, Flagstaff Tower runway 21, clear 2 line wind cone.
Clear to land runway 21, Eclipse 7 Tango Sierra.
Delta 1741, solid departure, radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 230.
Okie dokie.
Southwest 1935.
I'm not sure I believe this ILS. It's telling me that I'm right, of course, and I'm bang on right now. That's good to keep in mind when we come in here for real sometime. If we ever have to use this thing, because that is giving me the wrong indication. Okay, let's get our speed back. We'll get our 200 knot speed limit in the Delta, which we're coming up. Actually, we're in the Delta right now. Don't tell anybody we're speeding.
146, clear to the Salt Lake City Airport. Rockies 3 departure. Make your
First, not the flaps.
that has filed. Maintain
Coming out here, we got our lights on. Lights are all set.
Correction. 5675.
Gear can come down. 140 knots. We can put our last notch of flaps.
Salt Lake City, Rockies 3, Meeker, then it's filed, climbed 10,000 and 5675 on the squawk, Southwest
Wait,
146.
the speed back, 20 more knots.
Southwest 146, read back correct.
Oops, that was the wrong
button.
button.
Straight ahead, don't echo to the ramp, this frequency.
Half-assed attempt at doing a slip there.
Yeah, repeat that for Skywest 3.
Keep bringing that speed back.
Taxi via echo, this frequency.
Okay, gear sounds 3 green, lights are set, flaps are down and indicated.
November 508.
Runway's in sight, clearance has been received. We're still bleeding some of that speed up, that's okay. This airport's got trees on the runway. And cars on the taxiway. Alright. 99 knots is our approach speed, so we'll just keep letting speed bleed off. Oops.
November 41508, Norcal approach.
Come on.
San Francisco, altimeter 3029er.
I can't land this thing at all. Dump the flaps. Light on the brakes. All right, we'll get off here at Alpha 6, it looks like.
Southwest 9035, clearance available.
Head over to the FBO.
Southwest 9035, cleared to.
Now we're gonna wait for our clearance to get read back.
3 departure, vectors to Yakima, then as filed. Maintain 5000, expect flight level 240, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 126.1, squawk 4551, and hold for release.
Wait for him to say read back correct, and I give my call here.
Southwest 9035, read back correct, advise ready for departure.
Flagstaff Tower, Eclipse 717, take us here, clear Alpha 6 for the FBO.
Number 7 Tango Sierra, taxi via Alpha, this frequency.
Alpha, your frequency, 7 take us here, have a great night. Okay, clear to the left. Clear to the right, I should say, clear to the left. That's the terminal, apparently. That's the FBO over here. That was a terrible landing. That was a really bad landing. I spilled my beer. I know, man. Me too. I reached over on short final to turn the sounds of the plane up, and that was where I made my fatal mistake. Totally parking the wrong direction here. It's alright, I can fix this. We have the technology. Uh-huh. All right. Good enough. All right, park brake. Right there. And lights can come off. You can come off. You can come off. Boom. We'll turn the air source off. And 1 and 2. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Flagstaff. I have no idea what time it is. We made it. It's good. Making a sound pack with 767. Sweet. Yeah, the 550 is so small. Like, it's such a teeny plane. I love it. Glocky, I think this is it, man. Another flight's going to put us an hour and close to midnight. I'm getting pretty tired as it is, so we're probably going to call it quits here. That was fun. That was super fun. Let's go watch the replay. And we'll figure out who we're gonna go watch next. So replay mode. Oh yeah. Glocky, thank you very much for the bits, man. Cheers. I appreciate it, buddy. I'm not your Dysania. I'm not your Dysania. Thank you very glad to have you here, man. Sorry that you caught it here at the very end. Sorry you caught that crappy landing, but welcome aboard. Happy Friday. There's the float. Trying to recover. And then I thumped it. Caught the third wire. Let's do this. All right. Yeah, I should not have reached over to mess around with the damn soundboard right there. That's what screwed me up. It's like, oh, I'll make it a little louder. It'll sound real cool. People think, oh man, he's a really good audio producer. Boy, this live stream sure does have a lot of production quality. Thump. That's all right. Still a pretty sweet plane. Do that, and then bring you back. Should be okay right there. This will really showcase how well this went. IRL tonight, yeah, right. No, I think Tim PE was gonna stream, so we'll see if he's live. If not, then we'll probably go check out Rush. So I imagine he's going all night. Thump. Forgot to flare. I flared once, flared too much, then I forgot to flare a second time. It's all right. All right, guys. That was a good time. Really enjoyed that. I love this plane so much. I love flying this thing. We could just do nothing but the Eclipse from here on out, and I would probably be okay with that. It's not for everybody, but it is for me. All right, who do we got? So Adams Flight Sim's good dude. He was in here earlier. He's a real world pilot. We got Tim PE. Tim is the Chief Technology Officer for PilotEdge. So he's checking out the 737-200. He's who I'm going to get a host to probably. You got Aerosim Gaming. Aerosim Gaming is also working on the 737-200. Notable because he talks way too damn much, but we like him. Jeff is streaming. And Moon Moon. If you've never watched Moon Moon OW, I highly recommend you check out Moon Moon OW because he's my favorite streamer on Twitch. But I'm going to go say hi to Tim PE. That's why we'll send the host, or we'll send the raid over there. Guys, I want to thank you so much for joining me tonight. Look out for a stream probably on Monday. That's my goal. I'll say something in Discord and Twitter as to when it'll happen, but it'll probably be like right around lunchtime, Eastern time on Monday. So guys, thank you again. Have a great night. Have a great weekend, and we will see you soon. Let me get the music. Oh yeah, Toodles. Almost forgot that. Dude, new remix of this song. I'm very excited. Good night, guys.